Yo! Yo! What is up, chat? Hello, hello. Good to see you guys. Good to see ya. I know. Ultra late, as always. I was watching some fireworks today. I watched fireworks. I slept for a little bit. Watched fireworks. Slept for a little bit more. Today, yeah, they did it on the 3rd, not the 4th. So in cities they'll have fireworks shows leading up to 4th of July because you know, on 4th of July, if there's like every fireworks show happens on 4th of July, then pretty much a lot of the smaller fireworks shows won't be able to draw as many people. So instead, some of the smaller fireworks shows do their shows the days leading up to 4th of July. Good to see you guys. It's good to see you. I hope you're having an amazing Friday morning, Thursday night / Friday morning. I mean, it's 1:10 a.m. here in Texas, so now it's already rolled over to 4th of July. It's officially 4th of July. Can we have a somewhat early shop? I'm sleep deprived. My toe getting sleepy. Getting sleepy. All right, if you're sleepy, let me hold up. How are you, man? I'm doing good. Just you know, our schedule's been crazy lately and just keeps getting later and later, and it's a whole thing, but I'm doing all right. I'm doing good. I've been enjoying playing games, hanging out with you guys. Pretty much been the highlight of my days. Anytime I finally getting onto the stream, sometimes it can be a pain in the ass getting it, like, you know, because I'll be like half awake or whatever the hell's going on. But once the stream's going, usually feel good. Good to see you guys. So yeah, I'm happy to be live. Happy to be chilling with you guys right now. Suggestion for today's run: make an instant Deathium stone, then whip it out and die.
I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is
what a run right there. Building up to the point just so you can kill yourself at the end. I think it would be really difficult because the moment you did the fungal shift to create the Deathium, you would likely get yourself killed. I guess you could use ambrosia or some shit like that to try to keep yourself safe. All right, what are you yapping about, Mind's Eye? Now that the shop is done and it won't be distracting, shall I share the link? Yes. So, guys, we're talking about, you know, 4th of July, freedom. America's always looking to improve, right? And the channel's looking to improve too. I don't know how these are related. Okay, we're trying to draw a connection here. It's a segue. We're trying to find ways to improve the channel in terms of moderation. If you guys think that this should be, you know, certain things should be more moderated, certain things should be less moderated. I don't know. Point is, do you guys have too much freedom in the channel? That's what we need to know. So Mind's Eye actually created a little Google Doc survey thing where you guys could, if you'd be interested, could fill it out if you want to. Mind's Eye, can you drop the link? But basically it just says, how do you think the channel, how do we handle moderation, all that kind of stuff. We just want to make sure that you guys feel your opinions are heard, because every once in a while we've had little things happen in the past where some people feel like, you know, things are getting too crazy, or maybe we're getting too strict on certain stuff. I don't know, but we wanted to get some system for you guys to give us feedback on. Yeah, there you go. Mind's Eye says we want to take the temperature of the broader community, and then he dropped the link. So if you guys are interested, I'll drop it as well. Actually, how's your link so short there? Hold up, where'd that go? I guess I'll drop it again in case anybody didn't see it. Boom, right there. There's the link. If you get a chance, fill it out. Try not to meme it up. I know you guys are tempted to just post some complete meme shit saying bald, 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 as you guys like to do. But this is a real survey thing. It's not a big deal, but it's literally just saying like, hey, how do you think things are handled on the channel currently? We're just trying to make sure that everybody's having fun. Sometimes whenever we're having fun, I never know if people sometimes can be taking things too serious or not serious enough. I don't know. I think since the streamer joined the local yacht club, he's been a bit too full of himself. Hold. There we go. Classing up the joint a little bit. You're right. It is a nicer look. It is a classier look. Takes the channel to a new level. Did you perma nuke Charles, or is it just a long time out? You know, when it comes to the Charles stuff, it's not meant to be too big of a deal. I know there was lots of people who got worked up, and he was getting a little too wild and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, basically, it's one of those things where I feel like when it comes to the internet, people get kind of like that brain rot shit or desensitization, where people are just can say whatever, and they don't really think about the words that they're saying. And anyways, it's one of those situations where I think there was some desensitization happening there. I don't think there truly was any ill intent, but you know, I talked with them and all that kind of stuff to make, you know, pretty much was like, yeah, we need to kind of separate from the community for a while. Charles, you know, talked back and ended up saying later that basically wanted to make sure that the community was aware that, you know, after like reflecting, that he saw that pretty much like his behavior was not good, not just like in the fact that he lashed out at people, but the stuff that he had said in the first place. He said he thinks it's like he just been, you know, part of some communities that just make too many jokes that are like pretty fucked up when you think about it. And he said that, like, he didn't say that in a way of like, hey, please unban me. He was like, yeah, he's like, so I get it. And he's like, yeah, so I don't really plan to, you know, be around anyways for a couple years to try to, like, you know, reset my mind. So point is, he wanted to make sure you guys are aware that at the end of the day, he definitely agreed with a lot of you guys being upset about him, like, being too edgy with his jokes to the point that it was like fucked up. So yeah, but, anyways, if you guys are curious, it was just some people making some jokes that obviously went too far. And then whenever you call people out, usually people aren't like, yeah, you got me. It was more like, you know, it becomes like a fuck you kind of thing. And but yeah, he pretty much was just like, hey, you know, since I won't be in the community, just make sure they're aware that, like, I know that I went too far and I fucked up. And I said, don't worry. You know, I haven't even responded truly, but back whenever I was having a conversation, was pretty much making them known that, like, you know, while we may remove somebody from the community, it isn't always that we think they're like necessarily like a bad person or anything like that. Sometimes it's just best for somebody to be temporarily removed at the very least till things are sorted out. So it's nothing too crazy. Nothing bad happened in the end. It was just one of those things where he was not sent to the gulag. He was not sent to the gulag. But, you know, there may come a day in the future where, you know, people who are moved from the community, we could be like, hey, maybe we're on the same page now, kind of stuff. It's just, you know, people are in different places in their life, doing different things. People change. You get my nudes? Over here. I'm over here trying to, like, kind of explain the topic to make sure it doesn't offend anyone or upset anyone, and then we got Force over here. Yo, did you get my nudes? Yeah, I got your nudes, Force. I got them, don't worry. I got the meat pics. Let me see, where is... You guys want Force's meat pics? I gotta say though, the last couple time that Force sent meat pics,
you guys could see this guy right now. He
definitely had some veggies and stuff going on in the past. But today is, I guess he's prepping his body for 4th of July, and there's no room for those communism veggies on this plate. No. This is the plate of freedom. Potato is a plant. That's where I get my vitamins, that potato right there. Hey Dunk, any chance you could do more apotheosis and go for some pillars? I doubt we'll do it today, just because I'm not sure how long today's stream's gonna be, to be honest. My energy's like up and down because I did like a weird thing where I slept for a while, then I woke up and did 4th of July fireworks stuff. Then I gotta see my mom too. And then I came back home, slept for a little bit, started stream late as hell, so who knows what we're gonna do today, but I doubt we'll do it, because Apotheosis I think needs a really good long stream. TI update? What is this TI update about? Let me see. Effect, steel wand, wand steel hand, wand steel hand. What? It's probably the possess wand thing, I guess. Let me check that real fast. Oops, I clicked the wrong one, didn't I? There was an update in TI. I want to see what the change was. So we hit 2 game. What? Hold up now. Wait. It makes you throw the flask? That's too OP. Come on.
Do it.
Nope.
It looked cool. Why you caught it? Yeah, I mean, but I'm a god gamer. That's a little bit still unfair. The muscle memory is gonna fuck him on this one. Switch to an empty slot? What do you mean switch? You can't switch to an empty slot. What? It's from Apotheosis. Ah, I was gonna say, it looked pretty amazing. Well fucking done on the graphic there. I guess it was Congo, whoever the artist was for Apotheosis. So the run for today, let's start thinking, what's our daily run gonna be? What is our daily run gonna be? Like I said, I don't know how my energy is, so probably some simple task like... all boss with fireworks? I thought you said keep it simple. Man, you guys like the Curse of the Temple so much. Oh, I tried to collapse it before. Damn it. Fireworks wisp? I don't know if I've ever built a fireworks wisp, but I gotta look at what it needs. I'll look right after this.
CNA, you do a 33 orb gourd Kolmi? I failed mine yesterday and had to finish the work on the altar while being chased by him.
33 orb gourd Kolmi? I'd be down for that. Who was it that was asking for that? Are they a reasonable human being? Had to finish the work on the altar while being chased by him. Oh wait, so I don't understand what you mean by you failed. You had him at 33 orb. How's your family holding up? Things are going pretty good right now, Tito. You know, things are going okay. The girlfriend's doing pretty decent, as good as you could be, and just how it goes, you know. Thank you for asking, Tito. Very, very nice of you. Very kind. Son of a bitch. That's so...
Yeah, but it was a standstill. I didn't have the damage to kill him, and neither was Kolmi capable of killing me. Easiest distraction of my life.
It was all evil. Pure evil. I definitely can feel it's starting to be summertime here in Texas, because whenever it gets like late at night, usually like it cools down enough that my room, while the computer's running, cools off, so it feels pretty nice. But now AC's working its ass off and it doesn't really cool off a ton here. Get a little toasty. We're gonna vote in the horse girl game during the next vote, right? My hope is that this is just a phase you guys are going through right now. Just like every parent ever said when their kid started playing the exact same kind of game. Please just be a phase. By the time the next variety vote comes around, you guys will have forgot about it. My logic. Chat was saying something like this game made like a fuck ton of money over in Japan or some shit. Oh crap, this is actually legit. Northern Lion had 30,000 viewers watching it at its peak. Holy shit. Maybe they were watching like, ironically. Damn it, I thought I could make it from that. That's my bad. I'm gonna start stalling in the dungeon now. I mean, Enter the Gungeon is pretty sick though. It's like it's just good times, like a fun. Because a lot of bullet hells, sometimes I feel like they're just, I don't know, they can get a little bit boring. But Gungeon, I've enjoyed it. Like, it's got a good mix of bullet hell dodging, and then like fun moments of like, ooh, did I get an upgrade? It's a good balance. Having a good time with it. True, we should get a tablet to see if it probably makes you throw it, I'd imagine. What was that game you mentioned earlier? Phasma or Plasma? Phasma or Plasma? You're not talking about Primordialis, right? Hold on, I want to see this real fast, chat. God damn it. God damn it. This is why the other day we were doing some gatekeeping and defining what is a gamer? What is a gamer really? And I was talking about certain games being like casual gamers and stuff. The reality is we shouldn't be focusing too much on like gatekeeping in terms of the definition of like what is a gamer. It should literally be like gotcha gamers and then regular gamers. Gotcha gamers need to be separated from the group. Holy shit, this is a mistake. Okay, that was, I didn't mean to. That was a misclick. Hold on, let me move this here. So I have some stuff in the wrong spot. It wasn't, listen, it wasn't even a bet, chat. It wasn't even a bet, don't get your hopes up. You gain nothing. People do spend money on what they enjoy, but it's not always proportional. For example, somebody may enjoy something like Noita a lot. Maybe it's their favorite game they ever played, but the only thing you ever spent on it was like the initial purchase. You spend like 20 bucks. There may be another game that you spend $5,000 on, and someone would say, well, how do you compare it to something like Noita? You're like, I like about half as much. You like it half as much, but you spent, you know, so much more on it. So in terms of as a game making company, you'd be like, well, shit. Obviously, when we want to milk these nerds for all they're worth, so they may not see. That's why when it comes to indie games, obviously they approach it by making these kind of things, and you end up getting these, you end up getting a ton of value for your money. But when it comes to some of these bigger companies, that may be a thing of the past. It's becoming more and more outdated. Nerd milk. Daily reminder, Noita is better than Concord. Okay, I don't even know that's really much of a compliment. That's like literally every game on Steam. That's 99% of Steam games. And that even includes the weeb shit too. I wish Nala Games milked me with content.
I found out about this game from your stream. You've been advertising it so much for a few days now that I'm wondering whether to try it because it's free to play. I think you're the problem, Dunk.
Wait. This is bullshit, by the way. That is not balanced. Hold up.
I think that's just what we call a skill issue.
That is not a skill issue. Shit is not balanced.
To understand the top-level strategy for large video game publishers, you have to understand how wealth inequality creates structural incentives for them to cater towards whales, not general gamers.
True.
One whale can pay for literally tens of thousands of players. Traditional Western game.
Wait, hold on. He was cooking. Where'd that go? Wait, that was from Tito? I can't tell if it's real. Tito memes up so much that... That's some chat GPT stuff, or was he actually... Sound like he was saying some actual shit. I found out about Noita from the video game Badger. Whatever happened to William Bishop anyways? Oh, right. I'm out of the loop on this one. This one's going over my head. But I'm glad that you learned about Noita. Luckily, there's been a lot of people that showed Noita, you know, some love in the past. It's not like, you know... I still feel like it's a hidden gem of a game. But the reality is, there has been some, you know... It's had some eyes on it. Tito was being real. She is pretty bright, Dunk. Don't underestimate Tito. Wait. She? Hold up. Now I'm confused. Bro? What do you mean, bro? You can't tell what's... I don't know what's happening anymore. You even acknowledge it before? Be real, Tito. You've said a lot of things. At this point, I just always assume you're memeing. This is what happens when you get the woke treatment. You're overly sarcastic, you're memeing so much, I can't tell what the hell's real. Woat said, excuse me? What are you talking about, Woat? You know exactly what I'm talking about. So I have no wand tinkering. That is an issue. Repulsion. Dude, getting a win with no wand tinkering would be kind of sick. We gotta make it happen. That isn't exactly gonna make it happen.
Sweetheart, I am a cisgendered female nymphomaniac with a math degree and a background in corporate directing and strategy and operations. Does that help you?
You know, you were definitely being sarcastic or some shit there. That, I don't know what's happening. Ah. Wait, what? Oh. Tito's stonks are high. Invest now. Oh, son of a bitch. Circle of Vigor and I can't edit my wands? That's wait a second. Countered? Wait, what? Hold up. I didn't see the ability to edit. Did you? We'll find out the next one, I guess.
Gotcha, bitch.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I meant to throw my bomb down. Please hold. Please hold. This is ridiculous. Okay, it does work. It does work. Spider legs. That's not a big deal. This is so stupid. That is too OP. We can all agree that shit is broken.
Nope, nope.
What do you mean, no? All the reasonable people agree that that shit is broken. How about that?
Nope, nope. Nope. Nope.
There's a boss killer in there.
Nope. Spin. Nope.
What? Damn. Boss killer. Boss killer. That should be good enough. I feel like I'm... Oh, shit. I'm just gonna get out of here. While I can. That is an explosive. That is several explosives. Wow, that's perfect. I knew it. I'm a god gamer. That'll work. What the hell is that? Why did Steve run out there? It's so frustrating because now the boss is probably gonna go sprinting off to the side. Oh no. Aha. No wand tinkering? Getting a dub? Please, chat. No autographs. No autographs. Easy, baby. Woo! Was nice. That was nice. Wasn't a bet. Doesn't count. I didn't say it was a bet. Just pointing out that this is the winning screen. You added Tinker? That still doesn't mean that... No, I mean, I was given no wand tinkering. I just countered it. So I can see a little bit of a couple people in chat are angry. Let me explain. This is the winning screen. If you haven't seen it before, which a lot of you haven't. This is whenever you beat the game. Open the bets, you coward. I show you what the game, like the winning screen looks like, and this is how ungrateful you are. Proof the flask vote is balanced since he won? No, I'm just OP. I countered it with being OP, but still not balanced. We watch you every stream. Are you saying you never won before? You're never paying attention, let's be honest.
Dunk. Chat is unfamiliar with the winning screen, since they spend so much time watching you play TI.
What are you yapping about, Withrow? Oh, Loco Roco, thank you for the 36-month there. Hi, Dunk, happy 4th of July. No matter what kind of Noite run is happening today, I'll vote yes on the bet. Well, shit. We got to make Loco Roco proud. But let me see what Miser's yapping about. 16 days ago?
Accident has feeling ground you down. Tiring. Yep. Yep.
Huh?
Before Dunk talks some shit into it, or like places a condition, some unreasonable condition like last time. I'm not gonna come back because of my records get taken. I'm only coming back if Dunk takes one of my records. I'm like, the moment that happens, the next day I'm here and taking the record back. Anything else, I'm gonna nope out.
This is the first that somebody sent me that. That's the first time I've been sent this. 16 days ago? Hold up. Oh shit, yeah, I can't even find his last broadcast. Was that his last stream 16 days ago? Nobody told me this. That is his requirement to return was me taking a world record. I mean, I was going to take one eventually anyways, but hey, you know. It was inevitable. What is this garlic? What the hell? Why weren't you watching his streams? Why does someone have to send it to you? Well, Yoke learns from my streams. I don't learn from his. You got it backwards, my friend. All right, let's do a bet, and then we're gonna jump into the daily. I don't know how long I'll be streaming today. Like I said, my energy's all over the place. Have you considered eating before stream? If I eat before stream, it actually makes me hungrier. If I don't eat before stream, I can usually go the duration of the stream without being too hungry. Okay. First off, though, this range probably too easy, right? Just for today, too easy. I'm a god gamer, elite, one of the best you've ever seen. First person to say a reasonable range. That's not reasonable. Hold on, let me think. It's not very reasonable. Actually kind of fucked. But he didn't get greedy and he did add 1 to the minimum. Alright, TNT. I'm a generous god. 14 to 27. This range is a little bit crazy. But let's do it to it. Bets are open. Get your predictions in. I'm just going to open it for 1 minute because I want to hurry and hop into the daily after we do this Twitch integration run. Since, like I said, I don't know how long I'll survive in today's run in terms of energy on stream. I was watching some fireworks today, even though it's the day before 4th of July. Technically, now it is 4th of July, but they were doing some fireworks early here. And so I woke up early to go see it with the family and stuff. And then, so my sleep schedule was all over the place. But it's good hanging out with you guys. In fact, part of me was like, you know, whenever my sleep schedule gets all fucked and I do something at a normal time, usually I'm like, oh shit, maybe I skip stream. But then the days that I don't stream, I usually feel a little down. Hanging out with you guys is always like tons of fun. And I don't know, gives me that energy, you know, it makes you feel like it was like a eventful day. So thank you, chat, for being here. Thank you for spending your Friday morning or evening or whatever the hell. I mean, for me, it feels like Thursday night still, even though it's 3:10 a.m. So just thanks for being here, chat. I appreciate you. You guys you're my energy. So thanks for hanging out with one greasy nerd today. Bobo, what are you linking here? I mean, besides the hairless part, if you had hair up here, I'd say I probably have the same build. We have the same build, decently accurate, some of the same piercings. Just missing the hair, that's all. Have you decided on a challenge test theme for tonight? Maybe make a wand using the fireworks spell? We've done it a couple times. I feel like we usually do it on the New Year's. We've done the fireworks spell builds. They never end up being that interesting, but we've done a couple. If anything, I'd say the ones that have gone better is what we try to do we call like homemade fireworks, where we try to make a wand look like a firework, even though it may contain like whatever spells, you know. We'll see what we can do. We'll see.
I really wish you guys
all right, let's begin.
Now. He is drunk.
We'll see on that one. Boom, bets are closed. I missed the bet. Let me guess. This is a 13 to 37. You literally posted that as I closed it. You're trolling, Smitten. You're trolling. Fuck them up. You mean dub it up? Oh wait.
Fuck him up.
What just happened? Do we have like a heat effect in here? Because that shit like melted immediately.
Spin.
Oh yeah, we could do oil related stuff. True freedom, liquid oil. Or liquid freedom, liquid oil. Liquid freedom. I can't see. Woo! Not quick enough. Oh shit, oh shit. This is what you like to see. You grab this, and we ball.
River Run, past Even Adams, from Swerve of Shore to Bend of Bay, brings us by a commodious vicus of recirculation back to Hoth Castle and environs. Sir Tristram, Violer de Mores, brother the Short Sea, had Passencor rear-arrived from North Armorica.
What in the chat GPT am I hearing right now?
While they went Dublin their mumper all the time. Nori voice from a fire bellows mish-mish to Tauftalk Thuart Piaprik not yet, though Venesoon after, had a kid's cad butt-ended of land old Isaac.
Shut your
Not
mouth.
Yet, though all's fair in
Jesus
Vanity.
Christ.
So see Sester's Wrath.
I just muted the sounds. I'm gonna have to start doing that by default if you guys keep being such a pain in the ass. I'm gonna grab that. Okay, that was it's not my smoothest moves. I will admit that. I do like this. It's going pretty well, wouldn't you guys? It's a reasonable run. Come on, dragon. It should be fine, right? Yeah. Make sure it just didn't all of a sudden just kill me. I'd have freaked out. Nah. Oh, shit. That was a little close. Oh! What the hell? What just happened right there? Did it solidify the fucking shit? The water or some crap? That was dangerous. That is bad. That is bad. Oh shit. Oh! Okay, okay. Whew. Had some spice on it, I'm not gonna lie. That was a little scary. Thing is, I'm not a huge fan of this circle of stillness method. What the? Oh my! Oh my god! That is so lame! That is so lame! No, that shouldn't. Come on.
Oh fuck everybody, Grandpa's dead!
Smart. How come he's dead?
Thing is, I'm not a huge fan of this circle of stillness method. What the? Oh my. Oh my god. That is so lame. That is so. What even was that? The chat voted in. You can see right here, number 8. It says everyone loves LARPA. LARPA means all projectiles get duplicated like crazy. Thing is, I'm not a huge fan of this timer. See, 4 seconds. Everyone loves LARPA. Circle of stillness method. And then right as it votes it in, it gives me the LARPA effect, which causes my teleport to LARPA, which causes me to kind of jump to a spot I wasn't exactly anticipating. Because I shoot the teleport here, but then it LARPas it and throws it down there. See, it just goes, whoa. What? So then I kind of freaked out for a moment and was trying to process what just happened. My brain was like, whoa, what the fuck just happened? And then I saw everyone loves LARPA. And then I was like, okay, it's fine. I would just try to find this. But that acid shot was brutal, man. Look at this. And that's another thing that's annoying. I shot my telly.
Lava, acid, and
What
your crutch.
the?
These are things you must not touch.
What the? It wasn't even it wasn't even a telly shot. It was literally the swapper swapped me with the acid spitter, and the acid spitter shot acid directly into me, which then was LARPa'd. Oh my. And I was afraid to shoot the tellies again because the tellies were LARPa'd. So if I shot the telly down, it may shoot another telly directly into their face. So the acid balls just start getting copied everywhere. Oh! But the poly shot was probably going to get me too. Oh my god! That is so lame! Not the first time you died because you shot a wand right as we voted something bad in. Oh wait, you guys gave me explosion immunity? That one's pretty lame. That one's so stupid. Literally, that shit's kind of dumb, right? Because think about it. It's supposed to be like you guys vote for stuff, and then I react to I try to like counter I try to survive given what has just happened to me. There is no counter to this.
Nope.
On the screen, there's no indicator that there is any danger.
Nope.
There's not enough of an indicator that there's any danger. There's like, it's like, hold on, it's like not even a second. It's not even 1 second. Hold up. Look at the time. Watch the time. Look at this. Time that shit. Look, 0.05. 0.05, it starts to show the visual. I'm already dead. It's not even 1 second. Still 0.05. Mr. 1 frame? That was a 1 frame death? I said I need 1 frame to dodge it. It didn't even give me, it gave me 0 frames. It didn't give me even a frame. God damn it. This one was in a good place though. This run skill issue. Shut your mouth. You guys are lame. What? Chat, can I get a zoom in? Can I get an enhance? Can I get an enhance on that one? Oh, that's what it said. You're getting too much mileage out of that. Even the acid spitter didn't hit you, the polymage will. But the polymage doesn't kill. I would have been... Oh, actually, hold on. How much health did I have at the time the polymage shot it? I think I may have died of polymage does do a little bit of... actually, wait, no. The initial hit on you... Wait, I think you still take 7 damage. I know it does do damage, but I can't remember the initial hit if it does damage. You had 6 HP? maybe it would have been lethal. Maybe. Have you noticed why your yes betters never get streaks on Twitch integration? I wonder why that is. Is chat... The problem is, every time I open up this damn Twitch integration, there's another patch of shit making it harder and harder. At some point, there needs to be patches to assist me, to balance it out. What's up, No Lava? Dare to say to rebalance things? No, not Twitch integration rebalance.
It's kind of an arms race with TI balancing. Teleports are so powerful and also really unfun for us because you can skip greater than 90% of votes. If Telus were removed, then it would be more fun and we could reduce our power level.
Debatable. I don't think you guys would. What would happen is I'd remove tellies and then I would just be fucked. And you guys would just keep making it more and more dangerous. Tito is not cooking. All right, let's do our shop, and then we're going to be hopping into the daily run for today. Remember, today our Noita daily run probably won't be anything insane. I just want to play some regular Noita, and people are saying they wanted some kind of firework builds maybe, or the healthcare run idea is a cool idea, but it's definitely a sweaty run, where they're saying like the healthcare run would be you can't grab the heals in the Holy Mountain. You can only use heals that you have to pay for. So then it's like, oh shit, that sounds pretty rough. Does Apotheosis have reroll mimics? That's a question for Conga for sure. A reroll mimic. Walk up to reroll and it just bites you. Okay, our 4th of July run. Reroll mimic equals takes your perks away. There have to be some way that, like, you know, the moment you... It'd have to be like when you go to use it, the perks just vanish straight up. Is there a mod that adds a lot more guns to all the mobs for the 4th of July? There is a gun mod in Noita. I don't know if you've ever seen that. I know I've watched people use it before. Guns.
You guys can see this guy right now. He is drenched in
There
sweat.
you go. Is this the true 4th of July run? This is the real 4th of July run right here. What the hell? To be honest with you, seems a little OP. Just like America. Hey, we're the back-to-back World War champs for a reason, damn it. Came late to World War II? Most heroes do. Gotta show up at the right moment to save the day. Yeah, yeah, it is. It's scaled all kinds of fucked up in the inventory. Of course, the Texan has to bring out the gun for 4th of July. Of course. But no, I don't think we're gonna do an entire run with this. I just thought it would be funny to because somebody said to turn the mod on, so I was like, I'll turn it on real quick just to goof around. Obviously, this would be OP. The spell that it's shooting is an actual spell, though. I don't know what they... Oh, yeah, you can see it right there. Huh. Let me see if I drop it onto the ground. What is it? Okay. But yeah, that's the meteor spell. Alright. We are trying to find out what it takes to make a firework wisp. If it's not that bad, we may do that today. Firework wisp. What? One chain spell? That's it? Interesting. The problem is I don't know if it's going to be as exciting as you would think. Yeah, because it doesn't ever expire. So it'd just be you get to see the traveling around of the firework without the explosion. Don't we want it to be a wisp that releases fireworks? See, that's probably more what you would want. Is a sparkbolt trigger wisp possible? That's most of the time when you build a sparkbolt wisp, you would do it with the trigger. That way, whenever it hits stuff, it delivers a payload and then it goes back to traveling around. I like the idea of a end of everything farm you had yesterday. The thing is, that one probably is going to need a while of thinking. Like, you know, like, hey, try this out. Did it work? If no, try something else. That one's going to need some problem solving. Because I do think that if somebody comes up with a great way to farm the chest that isn't... Because there are ways. There are definitely ways. But they're not always the easiest. It take like a lot of setup. I want like an easy... quick, easy way to farm chests from the end of everything without the resources being destroyed. So right now, currently, you can get the chest, but most likely the chest will be broke open and the loot will go flying out, all that kind of stuff. Even if it's just a regular run tonight, can you make a point to try and use spells you don't use often? Sure. The thing is, though, most of the time, like, using a spell, I try to... Every once in a while, if I get the option for something that's good, but a spell that I don't use often, then I do use it. But sometimes you're just throwing garbage. I'm not going to get the swapper spell and be like, I don't really use swapper builds very much. It's like, yeah, because it's going to be trash. Could you add an add trigger to make the firework wisp disperse fireworks? Yeah, I imagine you could, unless the firework has some kind of special mechanic that I'm unaware of. But I think you could do a piercing add trigger on it, and it should work just fine. All right, let's just I'll sit here thinking forever. We're just going to run a firebolt wisp build for today. I'll try to make it some kind of fireworks show. At the very least, we'll probably learn a couple things. I don't think I've ever built a firework wisp. So that's the goal. Firework wisp that is slaying. Then from there, we can just do whatever we want. It may be a 1 orb boss. It may be 11 orb boss. We may kill several bosses. We may kill one boss. I don't know. But the point is, once we make a true firework wisp, then we can do whatever the hell we want. That's the goal. I know it's a simple one, but today's a simple day. Like I said, I went and saw fireworks today. My brain is half awake. Noita, wisp, firework, daily run. Boom! Bets are open. Get your predictions in. Let me just update the title, and then we can start playing some Noita. Enough yapping. Part of me was thinking of like doing some kind of giant vats of like pheromone, which would be red, milk, which would be white, and then invisibilium, which would be blue. But I was like, how could I work in the like red, white, and blue fireworks? I mean, we may still do something with that, but I can't come up with anything cool with it. We just need one chain spell today. Very interesting. All right. Anyways, if you're curious what this mod was, this was literally a mod on the mod workshop just called Big Fucking Gun. And it just literally starts the player with this gun. Pretty goofy, pretty ridiculous, but that's what the Noita modding, adds to the table. You can do really goofy nonsense meme runs. Or you can, try to play somebody's idea of like Noita, like some new content in Noita. The modding can be anything. You never know. But let's jump into the daily run for today. Also, remember, whenever you're playing with like mods and stuff on, it's not uncommon for it to not put you on the correct daily. So even though I click daily run, it put me on the wrong daily. The only way you find out is by pausing your game, hitting new game, and seeing if it's grayed out. It's not grayed out, meaning I gotta click it again. Daily run one more time, pause again, hit new game. Now it's grayed out. We know we're on the correct daily. Today's daily is Levitadium, TNT, Spark Bolts. Not bad, not bad.
FYI, every time you start a new game without restarting, it kills the player and increases the death count, chat.
Yeah, you do farm some deaths doing that kind of stuff. This is true. All right. Tito, what was this? K-Kona Land. Welcome to K-Kona Land. Daily run connection failed? Wait, where'd it say that? Or do you have that on your own screen, Orange Moose? On my game? I've had that happen before. I can't remember what we ended up doing. I think we literally had to close out of Noita and restart Steam. But yeah, I've had that message pop up before. It's because you got to remember that when it's getting the daily run seed, it is connecting to like a server handing out the seed, I guess, or you know, something that is telling you what the seed is for the daily run. So without being able to connect to that, it just jumps onto a random seed because it's like, I guess, connection failed. Restarting it fixed it, thankfully. Yeah, I don't know what causes it. I've had it happen probably throughout the 6 years I streamed Noita. It's probably happened about a dozen times. But lately it hasn't happened probably in like 6 months, but it used to happen like once every 2 or 3 months. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Levitadium. Not really any reason to hold on to it. What's a wisp firework? So a wisp is a community, like a Noita community nickname for a projectile that lives forever. So you can call anything, just about any spell in Noita can be made into a wisp. One that would be probably very easy to imagine how it's useful would be a heal bolt wisp. What that would mean is the gotta pronounce the H, like cool wisp. The healing bolt. If you were to make the healing bolt into a wisp, what that would mean is that the healing bolt would follow us around everywhere we go and always be healing our player. This is an actual thing you can do in Noita in the vanilla game. You don't need any mods, nothing like that. It's builds that the community have come up with that can be done in the vanilla game that ended up having some pretty cool results. We may end up having a heal wisp in this run. It just, sometimes it works out that way where our resources are so good that we just build extra wisps of other things. But sometimes not. These shops are always important to glance at. They can spawn things like Healthium. So anytime you see a large concentration of flasks, you need to kind of glance through them. You don't want to miss the opportunity to get a Healthium start. I do want this. There's another acceleradium in there. Drop that for a moment. I was grabbing the invis because what we can do is we can go steal an orb real fast. But yeah, these flask spawning area, like this little potion room, they're somewhat rare, but they're not like ultra rare. In fact, if you've never seen one before, just play today's daily, and coincidentally, today's daily seed has one on it. So you'll get to experience it. You'll have the exact same potions that I have, though, which is nothing insane. Another acceleradium. That's kind of crazy. Ton of acceleration. Kind of a speedrunning seed, I guess. 3 acceleradium flasks in the early game. It's kind of cool. Okay. Now we are just running over here. And the reason we're doing that is because since we have an invisibilium, make sure you do not let any water contaminate your invisibilium flask. Because what you're going to do, you're going to invis yourself, and then you're going to run past the trigger point where the boss normally spawns. But because we're invis, the boss does not spawn. Magic. Be very careful around the lava. And then now after using our invis flask there, we really don't need it. So what we can do is just let a speck of water into the flask. So I guess I have a little bit of water in this flask, so I'll throw it in the air, catch it in my first flask, and then now my whole invis flask turned into a water flask. Woo! Put that down. Like to have a tablet backup. Let's go. Burning my health away. Kick down the trap. Ooh, look at this. Early return. That's pretty exciting. That is pretty darn exciting. Oh yeah, like you're gonna use that tablet? Every once in a while I do. You are right though, I didn't just hold on to it. I just don't like it very much. I never was a fan of the style of play. I don't deny that it's amazing. If anything, I think it's too amazing. I would love to see the devs one day return and nerf it into the ground. But the guys who love the tablet and use it all the time, they do insane stuff with it. They can pretty much win any run just with the tablet alone. Are those devs returning in the room with us? Hey! Listen, the devs have disappeared for 2 years before. It happens. You know, you just never know. Remember, I told you, who was it? Was it Arthur? Somebody in the community was watching, so one of the Noita devs does stream from time to time. His name's Simpuli. And he had mentioned wanting to make, there was a couple changes that he was wanting to make in Noita. And he said that he, you know, he planned to do it one day. So that would infer, you know, that, oh shit. There would have to be a patches happening for a change to happen like that. What's up, Go? See you again. How's it going, man? We are just getting started on our run. Pretty early on in it. In fact, oh, look at this. A gold pouch early. Gold pouches, I mean, if you're going to do some fungal shifting and stuff, you can leave the pouch intact, but I don't plan to, so I'm just going to murder the pouch. And, I mean, you can pour out the stuff one at a time if you would like, but I'm never patient enough for that shit. There we go. You kill the pouch, it drops the gold. A gold pouch will have about 1,000 gold in it, which is pretty good. That slime potion's pretty nice. Looking useful. So the reason we want the slime potion is because whenever you grab a flask in the early game, it is almost always an unstable teleportatium flask. So with this unstable tele flask, unstable is too dangerous to really rely on a lot. But using slime, which I found that slime flask over here, we can stabilize it. First, I'm trying to find a place for us to empty out a little bit of the unstable tele. Not a lot of useful spots. Everything's just chaos. This spot's not bad. So we empty out a little bit here. Alright, slime. Unstable tele, jump into the slime, dance around, shake the flask around. Got some blood in it, damn it. Hold up. Going to empty out a little bit more. 33% unstable tele still. Shake it around. Shake it around. 8% unstable. Oh wait, I still have room for a little bit of slime. 6%. Come on now. Don't be difficult, game. There we go, 98% teleportatium. So we stabilized that unstable stuff. I don't like to leave unstable on the ground. You just never know if you're going to accidentally set foot in it. Oh, fuck. Well, usually the fire will ignite it away, but I don't want to waste too much. We'll try one more TNT throw. Burn it away. I don't trust that crap. Damn it. Oh, well. So now what we're about to do is we're going to close the bets. We're not done exploring this early area, but anytime you see the return spell in the very first zone, that's pretty fucking crazy because it means that you pretty much have access to the Holy Mountain while also being in the first zone. Because you just cast return, you run into here, and you can grab resources, edit, whatever you want to do, and after a couple seconds it pulls you out. So for example, you cast again, jump in here, you fix up the wand a little bit, pulls you back. If you really know how to time it, you're gonna cast. You see how there's a little spot right there? It's gonna pull my character to it after like 3 seconds. Using this strategy, you can kind of do some like far movement. So for example, you cast, walk a little bit, you cast a second time, which puts it there. Then you cast this one back again.
For 2 hours and UNC is still in mines.
And yeah, pretty much you have like these 2 tele locations that you can jump back and forth between every 3 seconds. Same idea. We're going to cast it here. We're going to jump into the mountain. We're going to cast. We're just gonna keep doing this, and hopefully I don't mistime anything. Oh, that one was way too early. But you get the idea. In fact, you guys know too much. You know too much. So let me close the bets. You shouldn't be seeing all. This is top secret information, even though it's the daily run. So some of you guys have already played today's daily. So you even know what's in the mountain. You cheaters. Exactly. Collapsing says the return trick might help, but since you have a teleportadium, you don't really need it. One thing to keep in mind is that there was a potion shop in the previous zone, and
you guys could see this guy right now. He is
in that potion shop, there was a little pit of lava. So whenever I tele back up, sometimes it's hard to kind of, like, you have a general idea of where you're going to go, but you may not know exactly what was above your location. So you could kind of accidentally jump into a pit of lava, not realizing it. So you would prefer to use methods like this because you know that, you know, I'm not going to return back into lava. I know where I'm casting it. Teleportadium, 99% chance I'll be safe, but it just takes that one mistake jump into the lava above, and then you're like, ah, fuck.
I've been hunting for the golden yes for a while now. Would you mind checking how long for me by checking when I voted? No last? Current streak -2.
What? By checking when I voted no last. Give me a second, Narson. I can glance. You said you wanted to see when your last no bet was? This is whenever it... Well, hold up now. I may need to, you know, use a different method to go through your logs at some point. I think that's he's trolling if he's saying he's... What was he saying? Would you mind checking how long for me? I've been hunting for a golden yes. It probably wasn't that long. Listen, we'll have to have it. Control F. The problem is I don't think you can Control F this. Like, for example, if you Control F, it doesn't look in part of the logs that isn't scrolled up to yet. I was ready to talk shit to him and see that he waited like 1 week, but you know, it's somewhere in there. No, it's somewhere. He said the word no. I don't know if there was an exclamation mark no. You passed one? Wait, Orange Moose said he saw one. He saw one. See, it wasn't even that far back. Spam page up and then Control F does actually work. I have no idea. So I have a black hole now. So what I could do... Oh wait, never mind. Nothing that we have here can even cast it. 1, 2, 3, cast. 1, 2, 3, cast. Oh, fuck. 1, 2, 3, cast. Let me think for a second. These kind of suck. I could get the... Yeah, I'm thinking roll 2 there. Psychoism. This rhythm kind of sucks. I have no rhythm. 1, 2, 3, cast. I have no idea because I paused, kind of threw me off. Ooh, that one was close. Ooh. Okay, early heart. So, I'm actually gonna let it pull me out of the mountain then. That means we have access to a heart. I like that. Means we'll have a high HP early game. Just need to find more hearts. More hearts, more value. Yeah, there's the shop. Oh wait. Oh, what? There wasn't a lava pit. Wait, what the fuck? What am I looking at right now? Did half of the chunk unload? I don't understand what I'm looking at right here. Seed corrupted, bet void. Which sideloaded mod is fucking with the world gen? Yeah, our shop I don't know what the hell happened. It's really weird. Our shop got like saved over or some shit. That's weird. Very weird. Also kind of annoying because we did have an extra acceleration flask over there that I was wanting to use. If you have a pretty good first zone, would you try to enter the WandMart, or would you rather move to the coal pits and fungal, then go to WandMart? It would have to be a very strong first zone for me to be like, fuck it, we're going to WandMart. Because you gotta remember, there's still some dangers in that first zone. I mean, there's still some dangers in WandMart. I usually go there once I'm feeling pretty confident that I'm gonna be able to soak up most of the resources without much risk. But the wands that are over there are so badass that it really just takes 1 or 2 wands from there, and your whole run can gain such crazy momentum. So there are some people that I'm sure that take the risk really early and are like, let me just head over here super early and grab that, like, you know, 1 wand. Then they grab that 1 wand and they use that to just pop off. To get to WandMart early, all you need is digging and a way to get out of the mines and over the cliff. Needs a bit of luck for digging. True, but, you know, as a recommendation for players in terms of how early should they go there, it's hard to recommend, you know, too early for the fact that, yes, the actual WandMart area it's a little dangerous, but I feel like if you're playing cautious, you'll be fine. It's like the fact that you can run into all these mages right before it that gets really tricky. Because imagine somebody, you know, they get all the way there, they dig for like, you know, 10 minutes or whatever, and then an Uko just like blasts them. You're like, oh. Ah, shit. Can you stop the endless spawning exploding shrooms in WandMart from spawning? I don't think there's a way. I never really noticed a method for stopping them. Usually I'm like, ah, shit, let me just get away from these damn, you know, looping, spawning shrooms. It's really annoying. Having a slow first zone, but remember we have taken resources from the Holy Mountain, so we're not in the worst of shape. Just we don't have a wand that can cast the black holes currently, which that kind of sucks. It's an unkillable entity that spawns both spike and mushroom traps. Oh shit, so yeah, let's always say there's nothing that can be done apparently. You're just screwed. We didn't find a single heart in the actual zone, did we? We did not. That's kinda lame. Didn't find a single heart. Didn't find a single wand that can cast black hole. Alright, well. That's good enough for me. I guess we're moving on. Still got the heart here. You could actually use Gigadisc to dig out if you're really desperate. I would not recommend that unless you had Ambrosia. What else do we have to look at? Today I played Noita for 4 hours and died 3 times in the hiisi base. I am sad. Any tips for that zone? My tip for the hiisi base, which is going to sound kind of, you know, not like the greatest advice, is just get through it as soon as possible. Don't use the hiisi base as a zone to explore. Meaning like you don't use a lot of left and right movement. You're just trying to head down. Get out of there as quick as possible. So that part, I know it seems kind of rough because you naturally you want to get, each zone should be offering some resources so that you can be even more powerful for the next zone. But the hiisi base specifically has these like insta-kill methods that just like your character gives you full health and then you're dead. While the jungle, which is the zone after the hiisi base, actually has tons of resources and isn't even that deadly. There are some, you know, a little bit of dangerous things could be in there, but the jungle rewards you so much that you actually don't even need much resources from you don't need much from the hiisi base at all. You just get to the jungle and then boom, there's where you start to power up. Alright, what about looking for the anvils or store? I feel like the anvil and store is once you're a little more experienced, you feel a little more comfortable about like what to look for instant death scenarios. But till you feel that comfortableness, just get out of the hiisi base. The risk is not there for the reward. The hiisi base is your favorite zone. You just love chaos, I would guess. You love the chaos because it is definitely chaotic. Really disappointing stuff. Quite lame. Small risk moment, but I could have grabbed the chaotic poly to just chaotic poly out of here, but instead I'm going to put down some of the telly. I'm just going to jump into that and point down. So it takes me into the coal pits. And then, yeah, we got the cozy modifier. Cozy modifier just means we get like this furniture around the place. Oh, shit. I think what is harder about the jungle is that the HP of enemies is way higher. I remember when I first entered the jungle, when I was new, the Lukis seemed to be undying. Yeah, the spiders definitely are little tanks. The thing is, like, while they're tanks, if you ever just allow yourself to walk away from them, they're so easy to disengage. Some enemies don't, it can be tricky to disengage with because they can be, you know, not that they're the fastest, but they don't always allow you out of the fight very easily. While the spiders, you literally just walk away from them, and they don't necessarily follow you that well. Kind of just fuck off sometimes, and you're like, oh, well, that's that. I love the hiisi base because that's where I huff some blue gas. What the hell? What we're looking for right now is a wand. A wand with over 180 max mana, because the black hole needs 180 max mana to cast. We don't have a single wand that can cast it, which is pretty stupid. There's a black hole. Cast this. 1, 2, 3, cast. 1, 2, 3, cast. Oh, that was close. 1, 2, 3, cast. 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 God damn it. 1, 2, 3, cast. I guess butt protector is not that bad. It's not my favorite to grab early because it's not exactly exciting. Oh, we can't grab this. No, the audio I don't think is bugged. It's kind of like a quiet moment in the game. Yeah, it deletes the wisp. Yeah, yep, Kitty Claw and Spiritus remembered right away. I almost forgot. So yeah, that is definitely a reroll moment. Audio's looking good here. Okay, Fleet, thank you for the feedback. Never know when something's funky happening and I just don't realize it because I'm streaming, you know. Oh, this is garbage.
Spin!
Let me think. Iron Stomach is something to consider.
Spin!
There was one directly to the right of the Holy Mountain exit. Don't tell him, Chad. Oh, a wand? Damn it. I could grab... Yeah, Toxic Immunity. I mean, the Toxic Immunity isn't even like, you know... It's kind of like, it's like a convenience thing. While Iron Stomach opens up the possibility for stuff. Some people consider Iron Stomach near S tier, in fact. Because if you get something like Concentrated Mana, you can just drink a ridiculous amount of concentrated mana, like dump it into the lake and just drink a ton of it. And for the rest of your run, all of your wands will have insane mana pools. It's kind of amazing. And I'm usually just too lazy to do it. But maybe today we show it off. Maybe today we do that. Oh shit, I fucked up the cast. Well, the Iron Stomach part won't be too big of a deal. We're gonna grab Iron Stomach this time, so we're not gonna be able to utilize it immediately anyways. So we have a moment. You'll see what I mean in a second about the Iron Stomach. It shouldn't be anything complicated, but if you're confused, it'll make sense in a bit. Overeating is also common, 4th of July pastime, so this tracks. America! Fuck yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Ooh. That's an Alchemist killer. Some good resources. So remember, we tellied out of this zone. So we can't just go walking back into it because it'll collapse the mountain. So instead, what we'll do is whenever we get up to the top, up here, we'll just throw a little bit of telly in the air and then fly into it. Oh, I did a terrible job. And now it tells us back to the previous zone. Then while we're in the previous zone, we just take the Holy Mountain portal. There we go. And then hold off on that for a moment. Black hole goes here. Hope I don't mess up the digging. Okay, we can kick that to the side, I guess. You know what? Just in case I miscast, let me do this. By putting... No, when I cast the black hole, it's going to mess with it, likely. That's... In case I have to fight Steve, I can just use the Circle of Stillness and kill Steve. But let's try to line up the black hole shots in such a way that it doesn't piss off the gods. Though I'm a little sloppy with it sometimes. Hey. Looking good. We could just piss off the gods too. It's not really a big deal. It's just fun sometimes. Trying to avoid it. And so that's good. This can be put here. Sure, that's our goofy ass damage wand for now. Turn. Oh yeah, the refresh for the digging. We'll just actually swap out the TNT. I hate using a refresh without having like extra charges remaining on useful stuff. So we'll just, I guess, burn a charge like that. In case we need that later. Grab this. Now we have the TNT. And grab the bomb spell. If you want to see the Holy Mountain area that I'm kind of avoiding, which is like right here, you can type !HM. There's an image that shows you the trigger area, but also there's a video where I kind of yap about the Holy Mountain collapse zone and stuff. So if I want to, I can use one more black hole, shoot it up, and I can have an easy path to go back and forth to that first zone without having to use teleportatium. I don't really need that zone, so whenever I have teleportatium, you just jump up there. But it's kind of nice showing that you have options in case you accidentally break your flask or whatever the hell. Oops, burning my health bar. Oh, look at this. These guys luckily killed themselves off. Ooh, pollen. Pollen in the early game, pretty nice. In fact, so this one, we may end up using it, but for now, we're just going to drop it on the ground, I think. But I'll remember that I left it there. The reason I consider pollen more important is because pollen gives us infinite digging. It's just a little bit slow. So if we want to dig through this, we just shoot pollen. And we're through it. Remember, using pollen, don't stand... Like, if you wanted to dig that ceiling here, I don't shoot like this. It's a bad way to dig, because a lot of them will float around, and then you can hurt yourself on that pollen. Anytime you see a material you want to dig, kind of get close to it. Shoot the pollen directly into it. Woo, digging. And then if you're a crazy person, you can use it to kill enemies. My second favorite Noita after wisps are pollen loops for sure. I always forget the specifics of pollen loops because I'll go like many months without doing anything with it. But whenever you have one functioning properly, it feels so satisfying. You're like, I built this machine with my bare hands. Pollen engines, yeah, the pollen engines, basically using this pollen spell, there's some crazy setups that you can do that, it's like a loop. It's like a recursive loop where you can have a pollen shot that triggers off another pollen shot, and then that pollen shot, the new one that spawned, will have the exact same payload as the first pollen shot, meaning that it can just keep spawning itself infinitely. Once you've made this pollen engine, which is like a recursive setup where pollen spawns pollen over and over, then you can slip other spells into this pollen engine where it's just recursive loop, just recursive, I should say, right? That's like saying like a double like a loop, I guess. It's recursive, so it'll keep going forever. So then you slip something into the pollen loop. So if a pollen spawns another pollen, and, oops, I punched the mic. If a pollen can spawn another pollen, and that pollen spawns another pollen, what you do is you put something else with it. So nukes, for example, sure. You could have a pollen engine that not only does it shoot off a pollen every time, but a nuke along with it. So when you shoot it, it will just be like a nuke shoots out and a pollen, and then it spawns another pollen that a nuke shoots out and a pollen. It will just keep doing this. So even though you only have one charge of a nuke, this pollen engine could fire off potentially hundreds of nukes. Don't forget, all this stuff that I tend to yap about, if you ever get bored or you're like, I'm tired of listening to Sweaty Nerd, keep in mind that the people in the Noita community, there's a lot of amazing people out there. Not me, I never update this. Other people in the community, they keep the wiki GG filled with great information. So I have a feeling if I type in pollen engine, I don't know this for sure, but I'm guessing there's probably, yeah. So a trigger loop, and it will teach you some of the mechanics behind it, how to create a pollen engine. And let's see what this one does. No, this one, yeah, this one's showing you like some kind of interesting concepts. This one isn't the full-on engine, that's just creating a loop. Here's a self-starting loop. It smacked him in the face at the end. I like that. What else we got? This one just goes straight. Let me see. Surely there's one that sits still. Nested loops. This one may be what we were just talking about. That one has an end to it. I want to see one that goes forever. No pollen, no problem. Okay, this one just teaches you the concepts, but it doesn't show you. I guess they're teaching the concepts, but they're not telling you like, here's a heal version of it, because maybe at that point you think that's the only way that you can use it as a heal version. It's up to you to come up with your own kind of craziness. These are just showing little basic ones. Gaseous, what are you linking right there? Is this relevant, or are you just... Ooh, wait, hold on. The power of pollen. Thank you. This could be exactly what... Oh, this one's a long video, though, but... Yeah, look at this. This is that he set up like a pollen build that will just infinitely... Oh, wait, maybe it's not infinite. That one looked like it was infinite for a moment. He's setting up these builds. But yeah, here, this video looks like it's full of some gigabrain information. It's 2 years old, but it's still all the information is going to be accurate. There shouldn't be any changes that have affected that. And it looks like he's kind of, walking through the process too. So this kind of stuff's really useful because I need refreshers on this information all the time because I can't remember half of the interactions. Hold on, what's he making? Oh, look at that one's a cool one. Oh, wait. Yeah, pretty cool. How good is Angry Ghost? If you have Angry Ghosts and black holes, do you have infinite digging? Yes, but in a regular run, that's not really that high value because it's gonna annoy the shit out of you if you're doing a long run. If you're doing a speed run or just trying to go for a basic boss kill, it's actually pretty good. Because you can just use the infinite digging, go directly to the boss, and the final boss in the game is very easy to cheese. In fact, we can actually insta-kill the final boss with this circle of stillness. You freeze the boss, and you just kick him, just melee him, and the boss will just die. So if I had infinite digging, I could cheese my way to the boss and get a win. But most of the time, people aren't looking to cheese it up like that, and because of that, I don't recommend Angry Ghost. Because it's just going to mess with you for the entirety of the run. You're just going to be pissed off that it's just constantly doing funky stuff. Ooh, electric stone. Be very careful with that daily run chest today. So that's what makes Noita kind of complicated there, Sleepiest, because some people would say, what? Angry Ghost is one of the best perks in the game. It has set some world record speedruns. And you're like, well, you're right, but you're just going to hate it in the long run. You're going to be like, wow, this perk is ruining my entire run because it will copy things like your teleport bolt, which then messes with your tele shot every time you try to teleport. It could copy things like an Uko shot, and you're just walking along and you go to fire your spark bolt, and all of a sudden your angry ghost is shooting an Uko shot that could still kill you. Because yes, your angry ghost the stuff that it fires still can be deadly to the player. Just because the angry ghost shot it doesn't mean like, oh, it can't harm me. When it's like, yes, it can definitely harm you. We still have not found a heart in today's daily. Remember, if you don't want to deal with these damn spawners, give yourself enough distance between you and the nest. That's why I'm messing up. I'm not putting enough distance. So, dude, look at these sick dodging skills, right? So I put enough distance now. Shouldn't be spawning any more bugs in. That or I hit the max cap already. Let me see. Nope, I hadn't hit the max cap. Stand back. It's gonna take a second. Firework wisp, interesting. Yeah, we have a ways to go though. We have no resources right now, sadly.
See this guy right now. He is.
So this meditation cube, kind of interesting, because okay, well, first I have to not suck. Step 1, don't be garbage. We'll give that a moment to burn. I'll show you a cool trick with the meditation cube in just a moment that we can do right now, thanks to having return. Though I think we have to approach it in a careful way. I'll explain the details in a moment. Alright, so this is a meditation cube. This is a pretty rare spawn in. This is like a 3% chance kind of thing. And today's daily has it. So if you've never seen this, this is actually an unlock achievement in Noita. If you've never used one, you have to meditate on it. Oh yeah, I should have done the editing while I was in the Holy Mountain, but it doesn't matter too much. I may mess up the timing here. Essentially what's going to happen is, since we meditated on this, when we jump into this portal, it takes us to a room where we can edit our wands, and it also gives us a wand as well. But then once we leave the room, we lose our ability to edit. So if using the portal to go in gives you edit, using the portal to go out takes away the edit ability. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast return, and I'm going to jump into that portal. Then I'm not going to use the portal to get out. I'm going to let the return yank me out of the zone, which then doesn't get the opportunity to take away my edit. The issue though here, it's not forever. The devs actually countered this move, and they made it where if they notice that you find this tricky way out, you sneak your way out, it only gives it to you for 10 minutes, which is still not bad. Another method you could use is you could jump into the portal, and then whenever you want to leave, if you have polymorphine, just drink polymorphine or whatever and polymorph yourself, and then leave as a creature. What's the point of this then? So to the left of this zone is one of the is a great area for finding wands. So having 10 minutes of the ability to edit wherever you are at, it's a great zone to have it, because you're going to get lots of resources really quickly. So let's go ahead and do this. Oh, one more detail I was going to point out. Whenever you cast return, if I unload this area before the spell casts, it may not get the opportunity to, it may just delete the spell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to time it in such a way that we cast it, and then we count it out, and then we jump into the portal right before it pulls us back. I think that's necessary. It may not be. I'm not sure 100% on that one. I can't remember. So 1, 2, 3, cast. Yikes. Oh, no, I got it. Sweet. So now we kept our ability to edit. We didn't check the wand in there yet, but we can always check that in a little bit. I thought I messed up the timing. Pretty much it unloads the zone, and you want to make sure that it takes a couple seconds to unload that zone, so you want to time it so that it pretty much pulls you out as quickly as you go in there, you know? So now this is our damage wand. Hopefully we can do that pretty well. Wait, where's our pollen at? Pollen. I think I dropped it over here. No. Oh, fuck. Who remembers where I left the pollen? Because I don't want to yap too long, because we'll lose our edit ability. Did not listen. Could you repeat that? God damn it. Grab the double off of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. No elp. Right of the wand you just picked up. Thank you. Right of the wand I just picked up. Yes, thank you. And... This time, the timer freezes. I'm pretty certain it freezes when you're on these wands, so it's okay to kind of be like slow for a moment, chilling. I guess I'll just leave that TNT. I kind of want both of these. This is for quicker digging, and then this is because I may end up getting a build for it. We will see. I think it's still... God damn it. I hate leaving those flies alive. I feel like later I'm going to be in a situation where I have like 1 health and he's going to kill me. So while we have the editing ability, I'm going to head over to the zone where I know there are a good amount of wands to look at. Or not a good amount of wands to look at necessarily, but the zone has like special rules. And the wands that spawn on pedestals cannot be shuffled. They're all non-shuffle, meaning the kind of wands that we want. So it means that when you do see a wand, the probability of it being a wand that you will like is much higher than the probability of a... Because one of the big factors is when you're looking at a wand, is it shuffle or not? So right there is like a 50% chance that you're just not going to like the wand. It removes that 50% chance because you know it's going to be a non-shuffle. Ooh, look at that. That's huge. Huge. In fact... We'll just go ahead and make this. That's telewand. Alright, we got a little bit of speed now. What? You guys mad about that? How are you mad about that? Of course I need that. You crazy? You guys should be happy there's a teleport. Less bored. I do want this. Don't need this many of those. Pull goes up. This goes here. I can stay. Pollen, I guess, goes here. I don't know. Chance for a heart right here. Hell yeah. Give me a heart, please, game. Chest. The eye. Oh well. Keep heading left. We gotta make it to the fungal zone. There we go, the fungal zone. Remember, this area is pretty spicy. Oh yeah, I need to grab some of this water. Firework wisp, time to find piercing. Yeah, I'm not even sure. I never really built a firework wisp, so I don't know if there's going to be some natural downfalls to it. You know, some things about that we don't like. We'll find out. So, for example, this wand right here, that's a pedestal wand. So I know that it's going to be a non-shuffle because it's in the fungal zone. That's also going to be a non-shuffle. I mean, the 3.87 recharge, no thank you. But I do want to grab the reduced spread. I'll take that. Acid. Another treasure chest. They're just all... Okay, concentrated mana. We are going to need that later for that iron stomach setup that I was talking about. Ooh, look at this. Pretty sick. That's a Tanner Kivi right there, or not Tanner Kivi, Kami. I'm mixing up my Noita items. The Kami, that is a healing hut. It's a hut that we can heal our player up whenever we would like. So we want to save that for a moment that we actually can use it. Ooh, look at that. Energy orb with timer. So this is a way more interesting way to dig. Way better way. There we go. Now we're digging. May I show some of may I show you one of my favorite videos ever, since we are all talking about the USA today, the greatest country of all time? Is it a video of somebody fucking up a firework display or some shit and it nearly getting people killed? That's the classic after, or around this time of year at least. Japanese comedians must have the most American conversation. Japanese comedians must have the most American conversation.
英語でちょっと質問してやってください。どんな質問でもいいです。もう大体答えられますから。皆さんもいけますもんね。もうみんな答えられますから。
So I heard you guys are like kind of group, a comedy group, right? What do you like most about each other?
B type. Blood B type.
Oh, blood type.
Yeah. Blood B type.
Blood type?
Call me Yoshi. Yoshi. Yoshi.
You see me Tokui, call me Yoshi.
Oh, Yoshi. How are you doing? Nice seeing you.
Hi.
あ、いいねいいね。いいね、アメリカンな挨拶。
Wait, well, I don't get it. Is that like American? Is that because it's a American thing to like do that little shake hand like fucking hug?
I have one question to you.
Yes.
Are you terrorist?
What the fuck? What? Why were you hugging a possible terrorist? It's fucking hugging up, and 1 second later, are you a terrorist?
Joke. よかったよかった。あ、泰造とかもう英語得意ですか？
Yeah. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Ryohei.
Hey.
Yo. And you are.
Taizong.
Taizong.
My name is Taizong.
Taizong.
Hey, what's your name?
いや、聞いたよ。先進め。聞いとけよ。話。
Hey, come on! In English, come on.
What's your name?
名前はいい。名前はいい。
Listen, there's some hard names to pronounce, all right? God damn it.
My name is Taizong. Your name, please? You?
Arietta.
お前アリエッタなのか。
My name is Arietta.
Hey, Arietta. Hey, have a nice day.
Hey,
Battle, please. Hey, you shut up and don't count. Be quiet.
They're just being live. This supposed to be American right here. Listen, is this how the world sees us? We're just screaming. It's true. It's actually true.
Wait. Be quiet.
Yes.
Come on. Hey, what's your name? Be quiet.
お前が聞いたんだ。名前はお前が聞いた。
What's your name?
My name is Ryohei.
No, big boys. What's your name?
Ryohei.
No, big boys. More.
Ryohei.
No, more.
Ryohei. Ryohei.
Shut up. Hey, what's your name?
This is how the world sees us. God damn it. And now, listen, to be fair, the Horse Girl game was produced by Japan, right? So, you know, which do you want to be known for? Screaming or her Horse Girl game? I think I'll take the screaming, right? That's a win for us. That's a dub in the books. No fat jokes, 3 out of 10. Oh, come on. That's low-hanging fruit. Horse Girl game? Oh, no. You're lying. You are lying. What? Why would you prefer that? What is wrong with you? Is this a normal functioning American? What did you do, VODs? You got people linking stuff. I now get 21 days a week. What the fuck? Oh shit, I gotta see this.
Additional days that you think you will come back to me and go, that profoundly impacted my life. It's 6 a.m. to noon.
Wait, what was his schedule again? Fucking, why'd they put this goddamn background music? This is annoying.
My day is 6 a.m. to noon, and I'm not crazy.
My day is 6 a.m. to noon. Okay, so 6 hours.
You're crazy for thinking it takes 24 hours, just like some dude in a cave did 300 years ago. My second day starts at noon and goes till 6 p.m.
Second day goes from noon to 6 p.m. Okay.
That's day 2. What I've done
That's day 2. I don't even fucking. That's day 2.
now is I have changed and manipulated time. I now get 21 days a week. Stack that up.
So basically, he's saying every 6 hours is another day. So starting at 6 a.m. to noon, noon to 6, 6 to 12, then he sleeps for 6 hours.
He has changed and manipulated time by saying a day is 6 hours instead of 24.
But even then, that wouldn't be correct because he's like, I guess he considers the days that he sleeps that a day that doesn't exist. So it's 3, yeah. So 3 days every day, right? What he's saying is that he claims to work 18-hour days. Yeah. Yeah, he's doing 6 plus 6 plus 12 to get 21. 21-day work week.
Over a month, I'm going to kick your butt. Stack it up over a year, you're toast. Stack it up over 5 years, my entire life is different than it would have been otherwise.
I'm going to use that from now on. Now, whenever I'm streaming and people are like, you know, hey, why aren't you live? We're like, you're complaining about me being late? I'm like, bitch, I streamed 2 days yesterday. I'm like, what? How's that even, what? If I did like a 12-hour stream, that's a 2-day stream right there. You guys are spoiled. I've been streaming for days. Wait, if we did a 24-hour stream, that means you streamed for 3 days in his world. Nice. We're going to say, wow, Dunk is a whole day late. Oh, true. Oh, shit. That means that you take off 2 days streaming. That's the equivalent of 6 days in this guy. Okay. Oh, shit. Guy's living in a wild place in his head. Let's drop this. I want these heavies. I want to keep them. The wand itself, I don't want to deal with that. Unc plays video games and needs a week off. Watch this, it's funny related. Alright, chat, no more links. Some Dunk VODs, where are you? This motherfucker links something and then just fades into the night. Fucking causing chaos, get in the chat and all link horned. Bad chat, not link time. Watch that one, then be done with it. How long is that one? If it's longer than 30 seconds, we can't. Under 30 seconds, promise. Okay, wait, what?
Let's run a quick scenario, okay? I will be the boss, and you will come to me for a raise. Go.
Sir, I was wondering if I could have a raise.
I'm listening.
Well, I've been a top-performing salesman at the company for the last 3 years. I'm the first one in it.
Okay, stop. It's done.
Really?
On one condition.
Sure, what's that?
You tell my family I loved them. If I give you this pay raise, it'll come out of my paycheck, which means I won't be able to provide for my family the way I want to, and I can't live with that. So,
Jeez.
See what I did there, guys? I negotiated with death. DuPont executive approach to higher salaries.
What the fuck was that? Jesus Christ. Tell my family. He puts a gun in his mouth. Like, what the fuck? It worked. He's a genius. If him and that fucking 21 days a week guy got together, their powers would be unstoppable. Alright, hold on. This, drop that, grab this. Kind of a good wand. I'm interested. You made him forget the shop? Yep, you did. I forgot the shop for at least another 4 minutes. Hold up. Actually, when I lose my editability, it's probably like a minute left on that, right? We just don't have anything to, like, we're missing some spicy flavor, man. Where's the flavor? Oh my gosh, that was some damage actually. And we lost our editing ability. Wait, what is... Did I see something right there? Wait. Is there a missing wand? Maybe? Oh, what the... Well, that's annoying. The fucking... Somehow the dude took this wand and fucking threw it in the wall. And I don't have the ability to edit anymore. God damn it. Please hold. I'm looking for the meditation cube that I left behind. Because there's a wand in it that I didn't get to look at because I stole the editing ability earlier. And now that I don't have the editing ability, I can actually casually look and see what was in there. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Good call. So now we can jump into this because it doesn't matter about the edit thing. Interesting. There's a Nala in there. Huh. Okay, I actually will swap that then. Grab that. Be nice if you could get the editing again, but we cannot. So the smart thing to do would be to go gather like more hearts so that you get as much value as possible, but today probably can't. We're already playing too slow. I said today was gonna be a shorter stream and we're already at 4.5 hours and I still haven't gotten anywhere close to building the firework wisp. So we're doing that today. I'm not putting that shit off. We're doing it today. So I'm gonna grab this now. No more stalling. Pick up the speed. There's a heart there. Go ahead and grab the heal now. Again, probably not using it very well. Ah, fuck, Iron Stomach. I did say I was going to utilize this, didn't I? There is a concentrated, concentrated mana in here somewhere. There it is. Found it. And concentrated mana is one of those things that normally I don't really care for that much. It's not like a big deal. But once you have Iron Stomach, its value goes up like crazy. Because now you can just start slurping down all the mana you can find. And this will pretty much be like having a permanent add mana for several of your wands. Be careful that you never drink all of the mana in your flask, because you got to remember that anywhere that you find a large pool of water, you can just convert it over. So for example, I just spray a little bit here, a little bit here, and it will just start converting all of it. Those fish died of natural causes. I did not pollute it. They were dead when I got here. You monster. You're a monster. Deserve, to be honest. Thank you. Those are some evil fish right there. That was Fish Hitler we just killed. We just saved the world. Fiddler. So there we go. Our stomach is pretty damn full. And at this point, we just need to find a wand that, even if it has shit mana charge, we can make use of it for the most part, because this mana regen will protect us, will save the day. What the hell? Something grabbed the wand and just shoved it in the ceiling? Interesting. That has electricity on it. I jumped right into that with my face. Caught it. So this could work, I think. Yeah. This could work. So remember, normally this wouldn't be that exciting, but we drank the mana recharge. So that mana recharge means that even wands that look like they have basic mana charge stats can pump. So we sprint all the way back home. And then bubble trigger into a heavy spread, into, I don't know, a double with a triplicate and a spark bolt. Actually, for now, let's just say 2 cheap things. And we spam it. So hoping it'd be a little better to hold up. It's not bad, but it still burns through it pretty quick. You know what? We could go with this bubble. Check this shit out. Okay, this may be a little bit crazy. Let's get crazy with it. Egg, we waste the charges, so throw down 2 eggs. 1, 2. Okay, we wasted them. 0 charge egg. So then we put the heavy spread on a 0 charge egg. Bouncing or bubble spark removes 0.08 spark bolts. So just like this, this double in a bubble and a spark. You shoot it. Not too great. Put the heavy spread and the 0 charge. 0 charge can be any spell with 0 charges, as long as it's a projectile spell. Not bad, but not amazing either. Okay, we'll just go with this. Oh, you know what? I wonder. It's kind of crazy. It's because the bubble's so floaty. We're gonna end up burning away our entire health bar. Look how low our HP is. Not on telly. Not yet. Our telly doesn't shoot fast enough. Like I said, we need to move ahead quickly anyway, so we just won't gather as many resources here as I wanted to. Oh, there is a Nuko hiding. Yeah, we do have this for heal. That's why in my head I'm like debating. I'm like, do I use the heal now? Do I hold on to it? Do I get shot in the face by an Uko and then regret that I didn't heal?
Oh, I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
Acceleration, that's nice for the black hole one. This is all kind of garbage. I'm gonna go ahead and piss off the gods. The gods are pissed. Then we're gonna hit them with the freeze, and we're gonna kick them in the shin. Wait, did I end up buying that spell after I dropped it down? I think I did.
Is this one of those fabled runs where you just play and then have the theme for the last 5 minutes of it?
I did. Yeah, probably, Aqua. Probably. Draw that, do that. I grabbed the wrong flask. Alright, well, this is going to become my water flask. Slurp. Wasn't looking, I was kind of glancing off to the side. We got the heal there. You know what, we'll go ahead and grab the heal now. There's a missing wand. Oh, it's got a Luminous drill on it. Sounds good to me. Cool. That'll work. There's a healer if we need them. Crap. Get rid of the bad guys. Never trust them. A bit of propane. Yay, we got the shop on the right side in today's daily. Lucky us. Then we just empty out our teleportadium. The Spark Bolt Lumi machine gun. Haven't really been too much exciting stuff. I do have a lot of mana, so we end up finding something cool. There's room. Room for fun stuff. Divide by 10, divide by 4. You don't see that every day. Copy 3 random. Alright, so we have some stuff. How are we gonna do this? Okay. We grab some of the copy randoms, maybe, or not copy random and the divide bys. Had time to learn to use the divide bys. It's actually kind of nice to, kind of nice point in the game. I wish they showed up like this more often, so then it would be more encouraging to use them in like some crazy builds. Reason that I'm running back in here for the moment is because we got some potential for infinite digging. And I'd like to use that temporarily. This wand here has Matter Eater, and that Matter Eater, while it's not like the most amazing thing ever, but let's see, copy 3 random spells. We got this. So let's drop that temporarily. So Matter Eater, and then we just attach it to, I don't know, whatever, orb timer, and then how's this gonna work? Ah, fuck, it's gonna be kind of fucked up because it's gonna copy an orb timer, which the orb timer is gonna then try to loop it. Oh shit. Let me see if we can make this work. Actually, let's do it with the other copy thing. Then I'll try to do it with that. How does this work? Copy random spells, so we put this after it. What happens if we shot that? No, because it's an orb timer, it's gonna end up wrapping around. I mean, we could just attach it to a random thing like this. Let's see if we're happy with that at all. The acceleration makes it dig a little bit better than it normally would. So acceleration is slowing down the projectile enough that it digs better. Copy random, it's this whole thing where copy random is actually copying the triplicate, but the copied version of the triplicate is not an actual projectile. So whenever Matter Eater attaches, it has to attach to a projectile to lose a charge. So in this scenario that's copying, it's attaching to a copied projectile. It doesn't know to remove the charge. So you actually end up with infinite digging with this method. Keep in mind, this does not work on Cursed Rock, but infinite digging still good stuff. So we got that. We're going to put this here. Toss that down. Could put the bubbles there too. Bubble's not a bad one. In fact, if I did bubble, would I be happier with that? I think I prefer the triplicate. What else we got here? We got our heals. We're looking for chainspell. Chainspell is one of our biggest finds today, and well, the firework spell itself. Holy crap, that is Uko number 5. The Ukos are out. They are everywhere. Bubble without the acceleration. True, that probably would go better, wouldn't it? That way it doesn't gain so much speed that eventually it just like yeets into the wall too quickly. Let's see if we're happier with this one. Yeah, it is pretty darn good. Acceleration really was shitting on it, wasn't it? I like that more than the triplicate. Good call. And dude, we just have so many things. I can't hold on to everything. For now, we'll get rid of the divide by 10. Even though I like the divide by 10, it's just for now we don't have unlimited charges, so I'll just remember that it's there. Waiting menacingly. Divide by can also be used for the same general idea, to not lose charges on your Matter Eater. Nothing too exciting. To not have to cast an unmodified bubble spark, you could use a divide by 4 instead of a copy random. So that was the thing, it's been so long since I used the divide bys on the Matter Eater, I was like, wait, where do I even put it on there? So then, in that case, Alex, you're saying that even the orb timer would have been working pretty well? would be working with the Mad Reader. You got a bingo already? I don't know if I believe your bingo lies lately. Bingo lies. Already 5 hours? Fair enough. Let's see how old your bingo card is though. 4.7 hours? Okay. Accidentally throws a flask. Whoops. Builds a minigun wand. Blinded. Wait. Blinded? Creates stable teleport him. This is true. Blinded? During TI I was blinded? Was I? True freedom. Liquid oil. Or liquid freedom. Liquid oil. Chat says yes. How much is Bobo paying you to lie? Alright, I got you in 1 second, Bobo. I got the hookup. Dude, I kept thinking I'll just get a better wand in this area, but right now we got the tanky spiders. Give it to Renophilia. Got it. Hold on. You know what we could do? Oh, look at that. Eat your veggies. Really? Now that is interesting. Yeah, iron stomach and eat your veggies. Big damage. We start just drinking water and stuff at this point. Will that affect the wisp in any bad way? I don't think so. Oh wait, I'm glad you said that. You're right. It would. Well, we'd have to get we'd have to get a null shot. Damn it, you're right. We'd have to get a null shot if we wanted to be able to build the wisp how any good wisp is built. Ah, that's frustrating. Damn, I was excited. I was about to just tear through everything. This is making jungle look like it's actually not that great, but trust me, the jungle is a great place for resources. We're kind of just getting a bit scammed right now. Jungle treating Dunk like Dunk treats chat right now. Like shit? That's a lie. Don't treat chat like shit. Chat is spoiled. If I just get something that I feel confident will just massacre the dragon, then we'll kill the dragon, may get a good one from that. Then we can maybe go to WandMart. Maybe I should grab the glimmer just to have it. Come on, game. Oh, there actually is a wand, even though it is a shuffle, but maybe it'll have a spell for us that we can use. Yep, it has a freeze. You know what? We're gonna freeze melee the dragon. And I know some of you get scared when you hear that, because you're like, freeze melee? Dragon? No melee immunity? We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I mean, when's the last time I messed up a freeze melee kick? It's been years. Would never mess that up. Ow, ow. Okay, okay. I know that doesn't build confidence after what you just saw, but trust me, we're gonna be fine. If we mess up the kick, I mean, all that happens is we instantly die. No problem. Ow, as I jumped into some damage. As long as we don't get hit by them, we'll be fine. I can't die on 4th of July. Be anti-American. Anti-freedom. So I have to hit the dragon with the freeze. When he turned blue, I melee. So we'll be fine, chat. We'll be fine. We got this. We got this. See? There you go. See, we turned them blue and then we meleeed them. No problem. Could do it in my sleep. Where's the heart at? There you go. What is this? Toss that. This. Okay.
You blowing yourself up with your homemade fireworks wand would probably be the most American thing ever.
Actually, what if I put that there and do this? Is that still able to... No, it's not able to sustain anymore. It is fine. Hold off on grabbing that stuff. Oh, hey, there's a heart. If we grab some of those perks, we can make our damage go through the roof. I just don't want it to mess up our wisp that we're going to run later. It's the only reason I'm not grabbing them. But they would be very, very helpful right now. So there's actually going to be a big Steve right here, which is kind of dangerous, to be honest. There's a heal. Alright, so yeah, don't try this one at home, what I'm about to do. I'm about to get into the melee range, stab Steve for a little bit. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Let me heal up and reset this. Yeah, I did not get as much damage as I wanted it in on that one. Ooh, Tinker. I do like that. There we go. Basically, I just would take... It was just stalling out, like stabbing them through walls and shit. But the good news is we have a heal. So we have a heal. We have Tinker. This will speed up things a lot. Okay, chill game. Chill. Holy shit. Game's trying to kill me. Okay, how to heal in a reasonable way. Divide by 4, copy thrice this. 20 charges, we shoot it in the water. Okay, that just emptied all of them. Okay, I thought I was gonna pull some moves there. That is not the move. Where's... Do I have to heal one heal at a time? Fuck it, let's use the hut. Using the hut. We're going hut. Oh, I missed a couple. Good enough. Alright, we'll hold off on that. Wait. Yeah, it's fine. Dude, I only got 300 seconds left of good mana. Ruh-roh. Gotta use my time wisely.
Oh, I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
Please hold. Wait, did I already grab the... I was not thinking. Well, it looks like we're making a little bit of a journey back.
Hey Dunk, if someone made a tier list of all the games you have played on stream, would you fill it out? The list is only like 74 long.
Yeah, I'd be willing to. Not just saying I'm going to do it like right now in this moment, but yeah, I think that'd be kind of like a fun way. One of the days, like, you know, at the beginning of stream, I like to chill around and stuff. It'd be kind of fun to like order games in the way that you know, the most fun I had with them or some shit. By the way, we're still looking for a chain spell and the firework spell itself. We have not even found a firework spell to work with. Then from there, we're going to want things like boomerang, piercing, homing, all the goodies. Go here. Yeah, Marielle, and that's... So the cat meow thing, chat used to spam that on cooldown around the clock. So every time they would play it, I would literally lower the volume until eventually they just kind of stopped playing it. And that's the volume it's rested at. When I say around the clock, I'm talking about like in one stream, I had like a little tracker on it. I think it was played like 40 times or some shit in one stream. And I was like, all right, this is getting extreme. So then every time they played it, the audio went down more and more and more until eventually. That's the way I figured to balance it. If they're playing it on cooldown, it means it's too loud. I thought you had an angry cat. Unnerved cat yell. One day it will get unnerved. And the problem was I only had it in one direction, where you're not playing it, it goes down, down, down. Or no, you are playing it, it goes down, down, down. But then if you're not playing it, it should like kind of bump up. That'd be the perfect system. Here it is. I think.
Lurking in this sweaty cave here in Dunkville. Moist mobs, monsters, swapper mages. It's a dunk thrill. Might get a victory. It's danger wins through DunkTales. Ooh. Every night he's out there screaming DunkTales. Ooh. Tales of glory crouches when skill prevails. Danger waves will find you. Virtuousy modes will blind you. Punch a goon and slide into some DunkTales. Let's take a spin, might get a win on DunkTales. Ooh. Tales of a legend, all jokes and good dunk spells. Ooh. Not gamble fails, all fam on snails, no DunkTales. Ooh.
You're a great streamer. I appreciate the love, you guys. How are you guys saying paid chatter? They complimented you guys too. Is that because you guys know you're not funny? So you're like, clearly this guy was paid by somebody. In which case, that's pretty solid logic. We paid him? Oh. Oh, you guys are the ones that paid him. So you're just calling yourselves out. You know what? Respect for the self-report. So we drank all that concentrated mana we drank. We actually ran out of it, but we're going into the overgrown caverns. So hopefully it won't matter too much because we'll have an OP wand in no time, right? Surely, yeah, probably, maybe. Homing, that's going to be one of our resources that we want. We call this area WandMart because there is an insane amount of wands. Lots of resources. You just gotta look for them. Just gotta find them. That is a pretty badass wand. In fact, I think I'm probably gonna swap over to it. Hold up. At the very least, we can swap our tele wand over to it. Something. There's a pretty good one. You know what? For now, I'm just going to use it as our backpack until we find more resources to build with it. Why no Nala on telly? Because right now I don't have all the recharge removed. So when it jumps like this. Which is not the worst, I guess, but I need a little bit more speed. Just barely. Woo! Look at this wand. Now that is a monster of a wand. Holy shit. It's got 820 mana charge speed, and it's got an always cast Digging Blast, which is going to like speed it up even more. And we throw some small tellies on there. This thing is kind of crazy. Let's say that we move over our build as it is.
When you spawn convenient wand from Spell Lab that has 5k mana and 26 slots, it's this sprite. So this is a verified god sprite.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the real deal. Kind of tempting to make use of that wand for something else, but I'm like, yeah. It'll be fine. We'll find something better in no time. I mean, it's WandMart, right? There's resources all over. Everywhere. The main things that we're looking for are fireworks, which I may have passed one by now because I haven't really been paying super close attention. Fireworks and chainspell. one in the upper middle of WandMart. Did I run into it, or did you just remember where you saw it in the daily? Because I may have accidentally... Oh no, I haven't been to the upper middle yet, so... Shouldn't have been in mine. Yeah, I need that concentrated mana. That need to drink some of it again. Oh, baby. Telly wand online. Damage wand online. Digging wand kind of online ish. How's your telly wand so fast? We put a Nala on our small telly bolt and then we just chainsaw wrapped it. If we took off the Nala whenever we go to teleport around, it would look like this, which is not bad, but you have to, it kind of still has to hop, right? The distance has to, like, whenever I shoot from here to here, it still jumps from here to here. It takes a second. So if I kill the telly faster, it makes the jump happen quicker. So then I can just travel around much faster. The shorter the telly, the faster your wand needs to be. But if you do get it fast enough, it does make it look smoother. Like, it does make you get around quicker. The crappier a wand is, the further you want the telly shot to be. So you do not want to do a little tiny jump like this on a wand with terrible stats, because it'll just move around so slow. If you add reduced lifetime, you can make it much better. I don't know about much. Yeah, there's a slight improvement. It does improve for sure. Yolk obsesses over those kind of improvements, which may or may not be OCD. Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. Okay, let me think. We could either put this on our telly wand to get around smoothly, or put it on our damage wand to never run out. I hate to throw away this wand. It's too damn good. I refuse. Looking for firework and chainspell. And, well, a billion other things too. This isn't like a moment where you're just missing like that one spell. You're like, oh, if I just get that one thing. This one's like, oh, if I just get those 5 things. Ooh, look at that, a deadly heal. That's interesting. Oh, that was a dude carrying a wand. Ooh, a light shot's on it though. That's kind of nice. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get us healed up, and I'm gonna get us prepped in such a way that we can hopefully have like an infinite heal setup going soon. Oh shit! We're too weak right now. Do like that. Traveling up the side to make sure I don't get like Uko'd or just something silly. Also remember, this method of digging does not work on cursed rock, so I can't just go traveling to parallel worlds with this digging build specifically. But that's okay, because there's another digging build that we can have in like 2 seconds. The playstyle right now is making me anxious. It's because I was planning to do a shorter stream today, and we've been going almost 6 hours, and I'm not anywhere close to the build that I was looking to have. Okay, so we get this worm, we kill the worm. The worm's corpse apparently falls into nowhere land. There we go. Obliterate the worm corpse, start drinking the blood from him. So we got 100 seconds of wormy vision.
Oh, I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
Wormy vision will allow us to see in the dark, so we can see even in this cave here, which is normally complete darkness. First, we want to grab the heart, and then we want to grab the heal. What's the fastest way to acquire all this Noita knowledge? Probably like YouTube tutorials and stuff like that. Like in one video. That's why some of my Noita videos are long. It'll be like an hour long. Of like an hour or 2 hour. If you type !new, I have a tutorial for new guys that's like an hour and a half long. But the idea is, it's not like, oh, it's an hour and a half long and you gain an hour and a half of Noita knowledge. No, it's supposed to be like an hour and a half long, but it will save you like 100 hours of Noita, is like the idea. But obviously each person gets a different value out of it, so I don't know necessarily how much exactly, but it should save you some time. Guides in the wiki are the most time efficient thing. We're gonna throw the personal lightning caster here. We applied it to the boss. Shouldn't need it anymore. Throw it away. The boss pretty much just blows himself up. Kill that guy. This is where it's going to be a little interesting. Because... So right now I don't have my telly built back properly. Because usually you should have this on it. But... Alpha casts a copy of the first spell in your wand. First spell on my wand will be a healing bolt. Then we're going to put this here. And now we have a wand that's both tellies and heals as we're traveling along, which is good. Then the Matter Eater setup, which has been very useful for us. But since it can't dig through Cursed Rock, it means that we need to retire it now. And we're instead going to go with a... Gamma casts a copy of the last spell in your wand. Black hole goes in the last spot. Actually, let's get rid of the charges real quick. There we go. Gamma copies the black hole. Speed up on the gamma. Now we have infinite digging there. Honestly, we have a little bit of a room for a fun build since we have divide by 4, things like this, and a damage plus, and a omega. Let's go to the one of the parallel worlds and then we'll decide on what the build's gonna be. It doesn't, I mean, we're trying to get to the wisp anyways, that's our goal. A little scary. You don't have ambrosia, a little stressful. So we're in a parallel world. Smash. We're going to jump into Big Steve. Big Steve's gonna be pretty pissed about it. It's fine. I'll grab just stronger hearts, I suppose, for now. The statue here, we're gonna test our damage build on this statue. So currently, when we're bursting, we're shooting for like 200, which is kind of whatever. Oh wait, we do need some kind of trigger, don't we? Guess we can use... So, bubble trigger with homing. We shoot it out, it'll home onto our target, do solid 5 damage. I know, insane, right? And then we put down like a damage plus, and we probably will keep the chainsaw wrap at the front of it, just to get that add mana value. Put down like a quad, and say that we put 4 spells. Triplicate, Spark Bolt, and Spitter. I think. Sure. And hell, even a damage field. Damage field's a little silly to throw on there. And then we fire this, and right now it hits for 94 damage, which is still not very much. Then we're going to... Actually, I don't know if the extra double or anything like that's necessary, but we're going to put... actually, does it matter? I think it should be fine. Divide by 4 Omega. This is where it gets crazy. We go from doing 94 damage to a solid 265. Not bad. Wait, actually, hold up. Dude, it has some serious kick. Thing is popping. Let's make sure that it all is firing off correctly. Kind of firework-like, yeah? Oh, did you say the spitter's not on the trigger? Let's see. Was it not in it? Wait. Oh, wait, you're right. Wait, no, it is. Yeah, it's in the trigger. Wait, is it not actually? I keep seeing like a different color. Hey! How dare you? Yeah, the wrapping isn't wrapping properly. Hold on, let me try some things out. It's because the divide bys need those discards, and that's where shit gets wild. Wait, what? I wonder if I place it at the end of the wand, if it actually ends up being happier. In that case, no, that would not be. Yikes. Mana is the issue there. That is better. You want red glimmer in the payload? Or do you want... I thought there was another glimmer. Oh. Either one. Why is those down there? Yeah, big mana issues. There's no doubt on that one. If we can just get like another damage modifier, well, we could add orbiting arc, but orbiting arc is going to make it where the projectiles just live for like a long ass time. Yeah, it doesn't. Not looking for that kind of lag. Unlimited spells is kind of interesting because then we have that one divide by 10. Bloodlust would be very scary to have on that Omega one. We just murder ourselves immediately. Where'd I put that game? Do it? I'll die immediately. Are you saying you want me dead?
Do it.
Okay, that's a yes. Oh wait, there was firework? Thank you guys. You guys are the only ones paying attention. Chat, you are heroes. Thank you, thank you. Firework. In fact, I ended up grabbing unlimited spells, so now that means we could replace... Shit, it's just so expensive. Oh wait, no... There's some fireworks being used right now. I don't know if it's kind of fireworks that you guys would like, but until we get the wisp, it's something. Another speed up. Oh, this is nice. Drilling shot. That's important for the wisp. This, give a little more speed to the black hole. Oh, expiration trigger. Interesting. With the divide by though, it's kind of complicated. I don't know if I have it set up properly, but it's doing stuff. As long as it's doing stuff, I'm happy. Got him. As long as it sets your ass on fire, we're happy. We've got the criteria for you guys. If he's dying, we're happy. Not really wanting any of that. Spark trigger also not exactly hyped for. Also, in case you're curious, my firework wand, I'm pretty sure it hurts me pretty bad if it hits me directly. That's why every once in a while I'm getting like popped for a good amount of damage. These fireworks are no joke. Should probably be more careful with them. We need explosion immunity to feel safe. Oh. Another damage plus. Take piercing. Wait, was there a piercing in the last mountain? Big Steve is another victim of 4th of July fireworks. Hold on, somebody said something about a piercing. I didn't even notice piercing, but I'll glance again because we do need piercing. They may have just been paying attention. Let's see, piercing, you crazy? There's a piercing. Okay, let me real quickly do an assessment of what all we have. We have the firework, drilling, piercing shot, chainspell, and boomerang. Is that the only things remaining? Well, I guess probably an add trigger would be nice as well. Got him. There's some stuff here. Yeah, that is a wand if I've ever seen one. Chat's a little jealous right now. Try not to pay attention to them. They get jealous. Okay, we'll make this make this our new wand, maybe? For now, we'll just transfer the loots. We don't even need that. Transfer everything. We'll worry about the details later. Add piercing to your bouncing burst. And bloodlust on payload or no balls. Your bouncing burst. You mean your bubble spark? I'm not even using a bouncing burst. I think that boy's drunk. New day and still no wisp. New day and still no wisp. Been over 6 hours. Where the hell is it? Do TI runs count towards the stream bingo? If they do, I think I have bingo. You would, Grexco, but you gotta remember somebody had bingo about an hour ago. So when a bingo happens, all previous things, even the past runs, are all removed. So basically, if there was a bingo that's been gotten, it has to be everything in the last hour since there's been a bingo. That makes sense. Play the duck song. We already heard the duck song today. I was just collecting a little bit of gold. What's the correct way to reach the portal room? Is there a quest line? Whenever you kill the Leviathan over in the lake, he spawns a red portal, and it deletes all the water in your world. And then that portal, when you jump into it, takes you to that room with all the portals.
Collecting gold biome in Noida is the most torture this game has ever bestowed onto me.
Okay, so I can go to hell and grab an add trigger. In fact, let me look at something real fast. Summon Texova. Chainspell is in the pool. So is Boomerang. I say we're just gonna go through the next world And we're gonna go through the mountains. If we don't find anything, we're just gonna go to hell. And we're gonna look there for Summon Tekasova. In fact, let me go grab the other wand and then I'll head down into hell. Get out of there. And since the chat's always so heartbroken that I grab Wand of Swiftness so much, even though it is the one that I feel like is the move here, but we'll go ahead and grab the Wand of Multitudes for you little scrubs. Don't need that. Add expiration trigger. Honestly, I don't even know if that's gonna apply as we want it to. And then now we put the other damage plus Orbit Larpa. Oh god. Okay, that was a mistake. I should not have done that. I see that now. It could have been pretty dangerous, actually. Hopefully nothing fires off towards my character, otherwise this could get ugly. What? Oh my god, I fired off another one. It was an accident. I dropped my telly wand. I don't know why I dropped my telly wand. Yeah, give it a moment. This is actually kind of scary. It's heading right for my character. We don't have any extra lives or saving grace or anything like that, so you know, let's be fine. We'll be okay. We won't even get to see it because the menu's open. We'll just all of a sudden be dead.
Open your mouth as wide as you can and suck.
I got scared there for a second. I got scared. We got pretty lucky. Jesus. Why the hell did I drop my telly wand? Alright, we're still good on this one now. Let's see. Heal up. There we go. Yeah, Orbit Larpa just a little too insane. Can't take that portal. That portal's gonna take us back to the main world. My health bar started to drop for a second. I thought I was actually fucked. I was like, oh no. Do it again? No. No, 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 no. Yep. Probably gonna have to head to hell. Yep, yep, yep. We're heading that way. I would like extra life or saving grace or some shit. Exploding corpses should be fine today. There we go. That makes us much safer now from the dangers of our wand. I don't know why I don't have the lava to blood there. That chainsaw with a multicast here so that now when we shoot, much better. You can make a wisp right now, by the way. Omega reduce ping pong. Ah, fuck, ping pong. Does the ping pong mess with its movement a lot? I know the orbit arc was the one that really fucked with like the heal in the past. Does it mess with it? Grab this. Not with boomerang. Ooh, okay. So thank you. That's exactly what I needed to know. Indoor Cat giving me an alternative route in case. Basically, if you're curious what Indoor Cat's talking about, if you use that chart that's open, this chart here, it shows you how to math it up and create alternative ways to create wisps. So for example, the current one that we are trying to do is the firework. And it says the firework has between 23 to 37 frames. So you're trying to math it up in such a way that the result is -1. So for example, -30. -30, which is from the chainspell, if you were to apply -30 to this range, it means if it lands on the number, so 23 doesn't work, 24 doesn't work, 25, 26, or 7. If it lands on a lifetime of 29, which 29 is between 23 and 37, 29, say, gets selected for the lifetime, because it's random, -30, 29 minus 30 equals -1. Did I click something? What the fuck did I just happen? So you have to do some math that can make it result in -1. You sorted. Oh. Anyways, my brain's tiny. So if you did not want to use one chain spell, then you could do other formulas here. This one does -42, -30. This one is +25. So as long as the resulting number is -1, the combo will work. So that's why what Indoor Cat proposed was 2 ping pongs. So that means +50. And 2 reduces, which would be -84, resulting in -34, which the firework, which I somehow scrolled past again. Yeah, it falls. Okay, so -34 would fall into the range, because then if it rolls a 33 minus 34 results in -1. Yeah. What is a wisp? Hopefully you'll get to see in just a bit. Let me just get back to the action. It'll be like a projectile that kind of works like a minion, like a little pet that tries to assist us. It's a nickname given to the projectiles by the community, and the devs I guess liked what the community made, and that's why they added in a message that will pop up on the screen whenever we make a wisp the very first time during the run, and it'll say the gods are impressed, which we haven't made one yet this run, meaning we still will get to see the message. Okay, so we're heading down to hell now. We're looking for an add trigger and summon Taikasova. I think that may be it. What happens when you make a spell like explosion, a wisp? What happens? If you make a spell like explosion. Oh, I don't know actually. You're talking about it's like the ones that are normally just like a stagnant projectile? I'm not sure on that. Never made a wisp out of that one. Some of them can be kind of cool, some of them can be kind of disappointing, because a lot of the times the cool part of a spell is when the spell dies off, it does like an explosion or some cool graphic. So if it never dies off, it kind of just will be like a pinpoint, like a dot on the screen that kind of just moves around. But I don't know that's the case with the explosion one, but I'm just saying that's sometimes what you end up getting. Alright, so we're looking for summon Taikasova. Also, I want to swap out the expiration with a add trigger. And, oh, we can't do piercing, because then the piercing will end up in that area, which is too scary. Yeah, the lack of summon Taikasova is making me sad. The thing is, if I choose to say, you know what, we don't need Summon Takasova, we'll need to go find Boomerang instead. Indoor Cat already proposed an alternative to chainspell, at least. Not having electric immunity, fire immunity, or extra life and stuff, it's pretty scary. What's still scary? The 1000 health and TP spell? These are hell enemies, so some of them don't fuck around. And one dude can electric stun me, like this guy. And if I'm over lava, whenever he goes to do it, I will fall and not be able to move while just swimming in lava. And if he, depending how close he is to the lava, it could be electrified lava. You pretty much would just die. Chat, who's got a link to the clip? I know one of you knows the clip I'm talking about. So Candlesmith can see the true pain and sadness. Marfoy is linking something. Let's see if he's being real. That is not it.
That's what happens when you get nutted on.
You gotta keep up with the times. If you choke on a peanut or a cashew, it's called getting nutted on. That's what I learned. Something the younger community discussed. You just wouldn't know. You're behind on the times with the lingo. Is the Hell Shop better than the one in the sky? They're pretty much the same. The only difference is the Sky Shop is deadlier in terms of there's enemies. See, these guys, they shoot out lava. The guys that are the equivalent in heaven shoot out polymorphine. So I don't like that polymorphine. That shit scares me. Check out this clip. Is this the clip? Or are you guys just now in a... Oh, wait. Peter a hero?
Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I remember this one.
Oh my god.
But there you go. I had 1,022 health, and every time I shot my black hole wand, I guess, it healed me.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So that's the thing to fear. This electric skull down here can really set you up for a trap. I died to electric guy in hell after building my first long distance tele. He is annoying. It's funny because he's like one of the lower damage enemies. It's just that damn stun lock is real. I'm gonna check one more hell shop, one more loop down here, and then we're saying screw it. Alright, well, we're about to come up on our final zone that I don't want to... I'm going to be too lazy, because the further down I go, the further up I have to travel again. And while my telewand is pretty good, I'm not wanting to have to travel up through that much. That plus, had I spent this time just looking for a boomerang in the regular Holy Mountain shops, I bet you we would have found it. Alright, the final clump is right over here. And it's our last hope before I say not worth it. And then we go with the Holy Mountain searching. Well, not our lucky day. Divide by 2 if you find one. This works. Let's see what the setup is. Wait, what the fuck is this? Boomerang. Divide by 2 on this. Divide by 4 on this. Oh, you're saying to just not use the, not even use the ping pong or whatever? Sure, I can grab a divide by 2. There you go. Okay. Throw that away. Don't know why that's even taking a spot. Okay. Well, What Indoor Cat was doing was he was mathing it up to come up with an alternative way to make the wisp.
What build do you recommend?
Alright, so we're looking for Boomerang now. If we find Boomerang, we just do Indoor Cat's build, and we will have a wisp, I think. Give me more NFTs. Chrono Lord, I see you sweating it up. Appreciate all the lurkage. Wait, I forgot. I'm supposed to be looking for a Boomerang. Chad, I need your eyes to be paying attention, because you know me, my brain's only half functioning. We're looking for Boomerang. If we find Boomerang, we're all set. This always happens. This is why I don't do the wisp runs as often as I probably should. Because if you ever say, hey, I'm doing a wisp run, you are not going to find one spell for that wisp. You will be hunting it for the entirety of the stream. At least our current one is kind of cool looking. Kind of nice. Shouldn't WandMart be a good source of spells? Yeah. And then Boomerang can be there. Maybe we turn our attention to that. East 4, Frozen Vault, left of the oil room. That's the only one that you found for Boomerang? Divide by 2, reduce lifetime, increase lifetime, ping pong works. Yeah, that's why in the one he was Indoor Cat was showing works too, but the problem is we're missing Boomerang. And let me check. Exclamation mark wand. East 4. Am I in East 4 right now? Show map. I am in East 3. Really? Wait, how did I... Oh, god damn it. Go back by this guy. Oh my gosh, please don't polymorph me. Don't poly me, bro. Oh shit, look at that. Some pretty good stuff. Drop the wand. Please. Thank you. Grab that add mana. We really... That's only our second one that we've had. I already have one orbiting arc here. I don't know if we need a second one. Oh, CEO is holding the big blue wand. CEO is holding the big blue wand. Damn CEO. That damn thief. No, not that CEO. Oh, there's that little bastard. Yes, thank you, Indoor. Indoor Cat saving our sanity. Let's go into a wall and build the wisp and see how this goes. Actually, we'll go to the mountain, I guess. That'd have been funny if there's another Boomerang right here. Immediately. Okay. So, first let's see if we're able to make this wisp firework at all. Like, see if this is able to even function. Are you kidding me? Damn annoying game. Alright, firework. So remember, to make a firework into a wisp, the easy method, which was going to be super easy, but decided to not be, was that you just needed one chain spell. That was all. But we're not able to find a chain spell today. We've been looking for several hours, no luck. So then Indoor Cat cooked up an alternative, which should work for us. So basically he just mathed up alternative spells. If you want to ever do that yourself, again, all you have to do is look at these top numbers up here and it will teach you how to do it. And in fact, if you scroll up here, there's even a guide kind of teaching people some of the stuff. Actually, wait, which one is this for? Cheap unlimited spell, infinite heal bolt. Oh, okay. It kind of just shows you some example builds, but yeah, this will teach you everything you need to know about how to make a wisp. It's a little weird at first, but once you get used to it, it makes sense. And so mine is supposed to be a so first off, we put a boomerang on the firework because if we do create a wisp, when we shoot the firework, we want to stay near us. Because if this firework has an infinite lifetime and we shoot it, it doesn't matter. It'll just fly. It'll leave us behind. It's gonna just fly away. So the boomerang is crucial to keep it near us. Then we're gonna need the the increased lifetime. We need 2 of them. Actually, no, we need 3 of them. And since we need 3 of them, we put the divide by 2 next to the increased lifetime, so we end up getting 3. So 1 here and 2 here, so 3 total. Then from there, he put down, what was it? Gamma? Oh, we're gonna use our gamma. Wait, what happened to our alpha, man? Oh, our alpha's used on that one. We'll just deal with that in a bit. Copy of the last spell on your wand. And that's going to go... Actually, let's see what last spell is going to be. This, divide by 2. Into this, divide by 4. Into the reduce, which is here. Hopefully I set it up correctly in DoorCat, how you imagine it up. So in this scenario... We're getting 4, so 5 reduces plus, so 6 reduces total, I think. 6 reduces, 3 increases, and a boomerang. And when we shoot the firework, I mean, I guess you could do the math there on this. 6 reduces, so you go 6 times, 42 or negative 42, so which would be 252, right? And then 3 increases, which is 225, and then the base lifetime of the thing itself, which is anywhere between 23 to 37. So now what we're doing is we're firing off the firework, trying to make a wisp. Every time you shoot it, there is a 6% chance that it will actually make a wisp. Meaning we're gonna have to fire this off a couple times till we get what we want. There it is. The gods are very impressed with you as it flies off and it hits that. So now you're saying, well, you made a wisp, but it died immediately. That's because we need other things. So it has an infinite lifetime, but it doesn't mean that other things can't kill it. For example, if it hits a wall, stuff like that. So, see, there you go. There was another wisp. We want to make sure that when it hits the wall, it doesn't die. So we're going to try throwing on the drilling shot. Hopefully I'm putting it in a spot that's okay for it to be at and still have it function. There we go. So now, as you can see, once you put the drilling shot on it, it's hitting the walls and it's not dying. But we still have a couple issues. Because how is this going to be dangerous at all for enemies? Let's run it over to an enemy and see how that goes right now. Actually, I think if I shoot a black hole, it's probably just going to... Oh, actually, we do this. Alright, there's a rat. Boom! Hits a rat, rat dies. But, I mean, that's that, right? Like, there's nothing else. So what we need to do... Ooh, this actually has 25 damage. We need to make it not dangerous to us. Just don't be a baby. I'm scared. Yeah, let's just hope we don't get ourselves killed. How about that? We're going to put piercing onto the fireworks so that when it hits an enemy, the enemy doesn't die. I mean, the enemy dies, but the firework doesn't die. Because as you saw, it flew into the enemy, but then the projectile dies off and the enemy dies. By putting a piercing on it, it means it will run through the enemy. And This could be very dangerous because piercing now makes it eligible to hurt the player. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else I want to do. I don't know if this will work straight up, but let's try. Let's go add trigger, and let's throw on. You want it to be a rainbow firework? Firework? Sure, we can try. Rainbow firework. You can use alpha to copy the pierce. True. This should be fine, right? Also, we want homing to be on the firework. Divide should remove the projectile damage, no? Oh! Yeah, actually, I wasn't even considering that. True. We'll find out, I guess, right? When it beats the hell out of me. I have that in emergency spot. Let's see if this is going to... Oh yeah, I forgot to put the payload. I don't know, it could just be any payload. Just put a chainsaw for now, I guess. Oh, wait. See if it hurts. It doesn't hurt. This is good. Let's go travel near some bad guys. Ah, fuck. So the payload also has no damage. That or the hitbox is a little bit funky. I think we're the wrapping, that's what's happening. It's like the divide bys are kind of complicating things. We can go grab the chainspell to get a cleaner setup, but because whenever I fire this, you can see it right here, the add trigger, but then the firework is also here at the end, which means that these spells are being cast twice, which means that's giving the piercing twice. So yeah, it's a little bit fucked. Also, I'm not completely sure on the double spells roll because it's a 26 cast wand. Oh wait, we were... Oh, this just has a really big lifetime, doesn't it? It's fine, it's fine. Yeah, that bat was going crazy. If only we had firework wisps in real life. If only. Let's go find the chainspell. It'll be a lot easier to work with. And chat said they know of one in West 4. Oh yeah, I didn't have that one. I had the firework on there for the fun. Then this is back to functioning. Then this is also back to functioning.
Wow.
Wow. I have to do a restart in a second. The game's starting to lag like crazy. Bottom mid of... Oh my god, I just left. I just left Indoor Cat. I'm sorry. Actually, probably faster to go this way then. Oh no! Yeah. Yep. Short stream today. It was supposed to be! This always happens when it comes to building wisps. There'll be like these one spells that are a huge pain in the ass. You can look for them for like 3 hours or some shit. Today we were goofing around for a while, but even then I was like, I left myself about an hour and a half to 2 hours to find the spells I needed. And Noita was like, nah. Oh, wait, where are we? East 4. Alright, we're back. We're back where we were meant to be. Oh, that is some polymorphine. Looking a little dangerous. Looking a little spicy.
Why should we have shorter stream today? There is no reason for that.
Ooh.
You shouldn't be
Thank you,
rewarded
Andor.
for being late.
It wasn't that I was late. It was the. I mean, I was late, but I was. There was 4th of July stuff going on. Holy shit, that looked amazing. What the hell did I put on this? Oh shit. My bad, my bad. Okay. So now, earlier you may have stopped by, saw me putting all these divide bys all over the place. And we're probably thinking, how the hell does this work? Now it's much easier to follow because instead of having all that craziness, we literally just needed one chain spell. This has the same effect of what you saw we were doing earlier with all those divide bys. People are trying to create an alternate version of the wisp for me to help me out, but oh well.
No one cares about third world country Independence Day.
All right, chill, Koopa, chill. So now a chain spell with firework. It's a 6% chance of it actually making a wisp. The way you'll know if a wisp was made is we'll go ahead and put a boomerang down as well. And if it boomerangs back to us, that means it was a wisp. If it shoots off in the distance, it means it is not a wisp. I mean, I kind of want to go through the whole each step, but the problem is it's a 6% chance, so just pretend that all of a sudden one of them, while I'm firing it, flies back at me. Oh, like that. See how it boomeranged back at me? That meant that one, I think, would have been our wisp. But the issue was when it hit the wall, it still died. So remember before I was telling you, just because you make something have an infinite lifetime doesn't mean that its other problems go away. So to solve the other problems, you need to have stuff like the drilling shots. Oh, is there a guy coming for me? Hey, stop that right now. So drilling shots, homing, piercing. Hopefully I don't die from that. This one we actually do need to do that one alpha piercing stuff. That way, actually, you know what? We could just, yeah, that'll be fine. And then we'll also do divide by 2 homing. Maybe? The piercing's job is to remove damage from the firework, but also allow it to pierce into enemies. And so normally if it hits an enemy, the firework dies and the enemy usually dies with it. Piercing will make it so that the enemy dies and the firework stays alive. Alpha casts a copy of the first spell on the wand, so there's actually 2 piercings. And the reason you want to double is because each one will remove 15 damage. By removing 15 damage twice, it makes it so that we remove all the damage the firework can do. Sounds kind of weird, sounds kind of counterproductive, because you're like, wait a second, so you give a projectile an infinite lifetime, and then you're making it do no damage? So then what does the projectile do? Anytime you make a wisp, it's usually no longer about the initial projectile flying around and killing everything on its own. The initial projectile turns into a payload delivery, essentially. So you're making it so that it delivers something else. That's why you tend to see stuff like a spark trigger made into a wisp, because if the spark trigger is a wisp and it's flying around, when it hits an enemy, it will deliver its payload, even if the spark trigger itself does 0 damage. It still has a payload that has damage. So with the firework, we're going to do exactly that. We're going to make it where is the divide by, is that part going to be funky? Just in case for now, let's just do it like this. We'll see how that goes. So we put an add trigger on the firework. Actually, wait, we could just do it like, no, that's a bad idea because double chain spell would have to be on the outside. Maybe it's fine. We'll see. Nah, probably want it like this. we'll test some stuff out. So we'll put just a chainsaw down as the payload. We'll see if we can get a wisp like this. Because of the divide bys and stuff, it may complicate things. Okay, so it's working. There's our wisp. And as you can see, it's not hurting me. But it's still trying to fire off its payload. Every time it runs into me, it's trying to shoot off chainsaws. But its payload is safe. Doesn't hurt me. Now let's go fly towards some enemies and see how this goes. You do have to be careful when you shoot black holes, because black holes can try to pull it away. Alright, our little wisp. We want to see an enemy, fly over and kill them, and then fly back to us. The hitbox is a little funky right there on that guy, but it did find its way home. Kills the enemy, killed 2 enemies, then went back to us. So it is working. Yes, it is working. And it is a firework wisp. But that's where things get kind of complicated, because people usually think of whatever is being made into the wisp is like the star of the wand. But in reality, the stuff that's in the payload becomes the interesting stuff. So, for example, if we put down a triplicate bolt with damage field, and you know what, we'll even throw down an electric arc. This will probably be a lot more of what you would be interested in. Oh, there is a wisp. So I've made a wisp that every time it runs into something, it shoots off damage field, electric arc, triplicate bolt. And then now you just go find some enemies. Oh yeah, rainbow glimmer? Yeah, we make that happen. Rainbow glimmer. If you're wanting to build wisp, but you're a little afraid that you'll build something that'll kill your character, hopefully you have such perks that you can like test to see if you're getting hurt. And if you can tell for a moment you're getting hurt at all, you have a wand like this prepared. This is that like shit where, you know, you don't know if the wisp is gonna go full on feral, ferocious mode and attack you. If it does, all you have to do is cast spells to whatever. Let's see. Any of these work. I wouldn't recommend spells to nukes, but you could. Or spells to Gigasaw Blades. Wouldn't recommend either of those. Spells to magic missiles is good. Spells to death crosses is good. Spells to black holes. Spells to acid. All these are good. What it does is it kills all nearby projectiles, including your wisp. And it turns them into, in this case, a death cross. So let's create a new wisp. There we go. New wisp. Yep, projectile detonator works fantastic as well. Now, where you can easily mess up with this is if you were to have the same amount of homing as you have boomerang, this is bad. So think of it like this. Boomerang means come back to the player. Homing means go towards the enemy. If you have an equal amount of boomerang and homing, it becomes like a tug of war where the projectile is like, oh, I need to go at the enemy. Oh, I need to also boomerang to the player. And it actually kind of will get like frozen in between. You want to have more of one of them, most likely the homing. That way it'll strongly home onto an enemy and kill them. And once it sees no more enemy around, it will then just let the natural boomerang fly back to the player because there's no more enemies to kill. You can even see that as I'm using this, it's kind of slow to go after some of the enemies. So you may even want to have it where you have like 4 homing for the enemies and 1 boomerang back to the player. Why not fireworks in the payload? Exactly. So, like Mary Ellen saying, this firework as the wisp is a little bit lame. It's not nearly as exciting as, you know, it sounds cool, firework wisp, but it's disappointing. So what we'll do is we'll do pretty much the exact same idea, but instead of a firework as the wisp, we're going to do the spark trigger as the wisp. So now this goes to being the main star of the show. I forget, what is it's just a single reduce, right? Or, no, wait. Yeah, it's a single reduce, right? Make sure I'm not crazy. Yeah, it's 1 reduce. So all you need is that single reduce, which is right here. 1 single reduce. On this spark trigger. Now this is going to be the wisp, and then we will put the firebolt, the firework inside the spark trigger. Now with the double piercings, we don't need 2 piercings. The double piercings were to remove because the firework has a decent amount of damage on it. Spark bolt only has 3 damage on its own, so we only need 1. 1 piercing is more than enough. And then we do still want the homing here. And chainspell is no longer needed. We have a single boomerang. Yeah, everything else is looking fine. Let's try this out. So now you have a spark bolt trigger that's running around, and when it finds an enemy, it shoots off a firework. And then, yeah, you attach a glimmer onto it. We could get a little more spicy with this. Let's say we put Orbit Larpa. I'm even going to throw on another homing, so that it homes even stronger when it gets close to an enemy. Damage field. Holy shit, this thing's getting crazy. Simmer down, little wisp. Chill. So that wisp that's on me, that's kind of being a little bit frustrating. Wait, did it leave? Oh, there, it's coming back. So I'm gonna use my death cross to put it down. There we go. Kill all nearby projectiles. Now let's try the new one. There we go. Now this wisp has the new stuff we attached. Heavy shot, damage filled, orbit larpa. Did I forget the rainbow? God damn it. Hold on. Had to put it down again. Where the hell did I put that rainbow? Oh, there it was. Alright, try this again. There we go. Honestly, it's a little hard to see the whole rainbow aspect, but it's in there. Let me get everything else set up. If you ever wonder why if you ever notice the wisp is just flying off, and you're thinking, what the fuck? Why? Like, its job is supposed to be that it's your little minion. Remember that it has stronger homing than boomerang. So if there's enemies to the right, it is going to home to them stronger than it is going to follow you. So it has to deal with all the enemies before it is going to find its way back to you. So if while it's, see right now it's going after enemies, if it's while it's doing its thing, I just leave it behind, it will unload it. And this will lead to you losing your wisp and you have to spawn another one. You don't like the LARP on there? Sure, we take the LARP off. Anything else you want instead? We put on like the chainspell, maybe. Bloodlust? I don't think so. You're just trying to kill me off. Wow, did it make another wisp immediately? Can you change out fireworks to nuke? You could. I don't have any nukes on me right now, though.
No breathless LMAO.
Yeah. Yeah, it is making my dude suffocate. But there you go. You're getting like a little taste, at least, of what the wisp is all about. It's a fun one, but most damage wisps, like 99% of the time, are pretty unnecessary. They can be kind of annoying to deal with, as you can see right now, where it's just going all over the place. One, though, that is kind of makes sense to use from time to time would be... Actually, let me see if I don't think I have it. Let me see. Healing Bolt. Oh, wait, we do have this. Healing Bolt needs 2 chain spells. This one is... Of all the wisps, that's... You know, all the wisps that you can make, this one, to me, makes the most sense. Because essentially what you're doing is you're making a heal that just sits on top of the player and heals you all the time. So this will be probably the last one that we make. Do digging wisps work? Yeah, you can make a digging wisp. That's a thing. I mean, you could turn something like a black hole into a wisp, but it would be pretty annoying because you would just constantly be like having issues of it trying to eat away at the ground underneath you. But you can do digging wisps. I just don't know. You'd have to come up with a cool, creative way that you really like it. You need long distance cast so the trigger doesn't hit. Yeah, it is a little bit obnoxious right now, isn't it? Just firing off. But let's show the wisp that I think is the most useful, which is not an offense. Because the reason offense is kind of weird in Noita, you want to have as much control over your offense as possible. Because if I get polymorphed, like I turn into a creature, my own wisp will kill me almost immediately. Because it's following me around, right? It's like orbiting the player. If I touch some polymorphing and I turn to a sheep, my wisp is nearby. Then sees me as the enemy and will just insta-kill me. So wisps, while they are fun, they're a little bit of a death trap. So instead, you would focus on a wisp that is more about defense, protecting the player as much as you can. So to do that, let's head back to the main world. Can you move the homing to the payload to make it be a personal fireworks thrower? Move the homing to the payload. Yeah, you're saying like you want it to where the fire... The problem is, I mean, the fireworks blow up pretty quick, but yeah, you could try to make it where it just, as it shoots the payload... Yeah, I guess you want it just sitting on top of me at all times, and then the fireworks are just shooting out of me and then homing onto the enemy. Is that like the idea? You could. Be a little crazy. Yeah, egg tech that's a whole nother rant right there, the egg tech, but yes, you are exactly right. That's how you kind of counter the issue there. Okay, we have that. So one of my favorite wisps is the Healing Bolt wisp. Alright, there we go. So right now, the way we're healing ourselves is as we are teleporting around, I have heals also on our teleport wand. But you can do something even better, and that is start again from scratch so I can keep track of what the hell's going on. So the Healing Bolt, remember I said the Healing Bolt wisp needs How does it keep moving? I swear every time I come back to this page, it's moved. Two chain spells. So we only have one chain spell. And we have one heal. So the chain spell, well, to get two of them, we'll attach something like the alpha. Alpha casts a copy of the first spell on your wand. So there you go. There's two chain spells. Attached to a healing bolt. The issue here is that the healing bolt has no charges. So we'd have to use something like the gamma. Gamma casts a copy of the last spell on your wand. So now both of these chain bolts attach to this gamma, which is pretending to be a heal bolt. From there, we need to make sure that this heal sticks with us. So boomerang is going to be kind of a big deal so that it follows us around. The moment a heal hits the character, though, a heal dies and it heals the player. So piercing will also be important to make sure that when it hits me, it doesn't die off. Also, drilling, same issue. You got to make sure that whenever it hits the wall, the heal does not die off. And I guess we'll just start with this one for now, and then I'll show maybe like what would be one issue you would have with this. Do I have something set up wrong? I may have something set up wrong, because I feel like normally it should be dying immediately. And instead it's like lasting for a little bit each time. Oh yeah, I forgot. Piercing will keep it from that collision issue, but it will still get stuck on walls, which is another issue. Am I fucking something up here? What am I doing?
Healing bolt wisps with heaps of boomerangs are actually quite cool.
Now it's making sense.
No sound. Secondly, you can get enormous HP. Reset it to 1 with a touch of. And then have it constantly recharge saving grace while being under 5% for poison immunity.
There you go. Aqua throwing out some ideas. There you go. If you're curious what happened is I wasn't paying attention. I had moved the double chain bolt. Remember I had talked about this as 2 chain bolts. I had put it in a spot where, yes, this chain bolt was still working, but the second alpha, which is supposed to be the alpha, which is supposed to be the second chain bolt, alpha casts a copy of the first spell in your wand. Well, that meant that the chain bolt was no longer the first spell, so that's why I moved it there. I put them next to each other just so I can cleanly tell what it is. But yeah, so we have our heal on us, and if we go swimming in something like lava, you'll see that we're getting healed. We can swim in lava. The issue is where if I start to move really quickly, you'll notice that I can kind of get a little ways away from this heal, and that doesn't really feel that safe. If every time you want to heal, you have to intentionally slow down for a moment to like get the heal to really like crank up. So what I would do here is I would focus on this boomerang. So boomerang is the home onto the player effect, and you're like, I want many boomerangs, not just one. So if I put a divide by 4 next to the boomerang, it should make it so that it thinks there's 1 boomerang here and then another 4 boomerangs here. So 5 total boomerangs. So hopefully it will hug the player much stronger. Let's kill off the current wisp that we have. Now, as you can see now, the heal really sticks to us. So whenever I go swimming in the lava, I can literally actively move, and the heal will still keep track of us. It's like right up on us. Like we can be submerging. It doesn't matter what we're doing. That heal is like right there. We can be swimming in lava while drowning because we've run out of oxygen and we're still looking good. Can you make the payload a wisp? So you want a yeah, you can make a wisp that makes wisps. Yeah, that can happen. The scary part about that is you may end up creating some really laggy builds because it'll start to spiral, right? A wisp that creates more wisps is going to get kind of out of control.
Do it.
Get the orb as it was intended. All right. As the Noita gods intended. Yeah, this is probably the most notable of the wisps to talk about since it is a really strong defensive wisp. Because when it comes to damage builds, I just feel like there's so many other good damage builds. It's hard to be like, you know, you should be running a wisp. But in terms of a heal wisp, yeah, there are other great ways to heal, but it never hurts to have more more things protecting your character. Even if you had all these other healing methods, you could throw another healing method on top just to make sure that nothing can kill you. So since the wisp is already following us, let me put this here. So now I could literally have a tele wand that heals me while also having a wisp that is chasing after me and healing me as well. So it's like you have like multiple methods trying to make sure that your health is always topped off. You could add homing to the healing wisp so it'll stick to you even after poly. So the issue there is if there's enemies nearby, it will try to also home onto them, you know? So I guess you would do like more boomerangs and homings. It would be a little bit of a thing. There's a whole other tech with these wisps that people, because in the early days of Noita, there are still really creative builds out there, but the wisps were like some of the most creative, and people tried to make builds to accommodate the wisp build. And there's actually one where if you get polymorphed, it's referred to as this egg tech. You can, if you use an egg trigger spell, which is this right here, summon hollow egg trigger, or summon hollow egg, it is a trigger, and you can cast it in such a way that it lets you pick it up and put it up here in your inventory. If you ever get polymorphed, it will fire off whatever spells you have stored in that egg. So you could put spells to death crosses inside of an egg trigger, then you could use an offensive wisp, and if at some point in time you get polymorphed, it will instantly fire off the death crosses. Well, you probably wouldn't want to use death crosses because those still would be a little bit dangerous, but you'd have it fire off something that would kill your wisp instantly. So if you get polyed, boom, wisp just dies and you're safe. That one's a little confusing. We'll yap about that another time. But let's just go ahead and put at least some kind of cool firework wand in place for 4th of July and then go kill the boss. Because I think a lot of you guys we built the firework wisp, which was cool. But I think the coolest build that we had so far was just any kind of divide by omega firework craziness. So let me see if I can get that in place. Let's drop the stuff that we're not using at the moment so I have a little bit of freedom. Divide by 4 can stay. Piercing, you're done. This goes back. Rainbow can stay. Omega, where are you, Omega? I'm blind. Oh, there it is. Omega. Actually, we got to put down some multicasts. Sure, Omega. And firework. And heavy. Actually, heavy's a little rough. Let's do that one. 2. Let's see. Gonna put some stuff there. Oh, divide by goes there. In fact, I'll put them at the end. That and that. Why not? That's probably more of the firework kind of build. It's nothing crazy, I know, but at least it like looks cool. You don't have a clip of the firework wisp? Probably not. We were just running it like 15 minutes ago. It's a pretty basic wisp. I don't think many people are like amped up like, oh yeah, that's a hell of a wisp. I think they were like, oh, they thought it was going to be a little more, well, it was pretty explosive, but not necessarily super exciting. So portals. This is another thing where wisps kind of suck. The wisp is not going to follow you through the portal. You will lose your wisp. So if you want to go to the next mountain, what you do is you dig your way to the next mountain so that your wisp sticks with you. Are we in a parallel world right now? No, we're in the main world. Wait. Oh yeah, we left that one. We never grabbed those perks. Whoops. How much damage are we doing?
Unless it's a true orbit wisp.
Divide by 10 Omega. Let's go. Unless it's a true orbit wisp. That's true. Or yeah. Good point. Didn't even think about that. Even then, if it's outside your loading distance, I don't know if that's how that will stick with you exactly. So for example, I'm gonna take this portal, and I don't know if this portal's close enough to the Holy Mountain to keep it loaded in. Let's see. Not only that, but I think Boomerang has like a limited distance. There you go. So our wisp, it found us, but it could have easily gotten into like unloaded territory, and we just would have lost it. Also, black holes do try to like throw the spells away. So having a lot of boomerangs is really helpful because it resists the gravitational pull of the black hole. It tries to resist it. It's not going to guarantee. I guess it guarantees if you have a certain amount of boomerangs. Oh my god. A little dangerous.
I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
And there we are, to fight Kolmi. Make sure that your wisp doesn't fly into his little shield, because then he'll just steal your wisp because he takes ownership in his shield. Quick exfoliation in the lava bath. Ah, feels good. Is this the end of stream? Yeah, we do need to wrap things up because we're going to be playing some more Noita later today. When I say later today, I mean like in 14 hours or so. Yo, I almost died where the peasants died. That would have been really embarrassing. You guys would have made fun of me. Oh, did I lose track of my wisp? My baby? My child? Oh well. See if the wisp saves you from the sun. If I remember correctly, the sun kills the projectiles the moment they enter. I think, and that includes the wisp, but let's be 100%. Let's be 100%. Would you happen to own the set for a hero Sven in Dota 2 named Indomitable Legacy? I could look into it later, possibly. I doubt it. If it holds any value, probably not, because back in the day, back before Valve changed how they did their workshop stuff, I used to have people adding me to their friends list and messaging me all the time, just randoms, saying, hey, you know, this is my favorite item ever. Would you be willing to trade it to me? Blah, blah, blah. Basically what was happening is people who... they pretty much made a living off of going around begging people for their items on Dota 2 because some of them actually held value. Like some of the items that I just gave to people who were like, please, could I have this? Some random person. And you're like, it's like a $3 cosmetic. Sure, you can have it. And then later the cosmetic goes on to be like $40 and you're like, oh shit, I didn't know it was going to become that rare. But yeah, all that stuff over the years, I would just give to random people because I really don't use the cosmetic system. Besides Shadow Shaman, I don't fuck with Shadow Shamans. I let him keep his loots. Got to make sure he looks looted. All right, the heal wisp. So heal. Gamma casts a last spell. Hold on. Drop that. Drop that. Chain bolts. Last spell. Wait, not last spell. First spell. First spell. So double of those. Piercing. Quad. Boomerang. Where the hell? Boomerang. We'll put the drilling. I don't think it's really necessary. Piercing. Where are you? It's not necessary in this case. It is necessary in general. Piercing. Did I throw it on the ground? I'm probably just missing it here. Oh, it's already on there. What the fuck? It already is on there. Is that everything? Like I'm missing something. Want to use divide by 10? I guess we could. It is pretty expensive though. I think compared to. Did I throw it on the ground? And then I threw it on the ground. Yeah, it's a little slow. Forgot to put. I look over at Daffo, says no heals. Whoops. Hold on, something's wrong. I think. Oh, there you go. There's a heal wisp with a divide by 10 boomerang, so it is really sticking to us. It is hugging us. And like I said, I think it's where the Dark Sun, if you get into its range, I think it kills projectiles. I'm pretty certain. But we'll test it right now. Alright, with the heal on us, we jump into the Dark Sun, and let me yeah, my wisp is just dead. So yeah, the moment you enter into the Dark Sun, it's gone. As Sausage is crapping on the sun, Sausage, please. GG, baby, GG, locking the win.
I won!
Do low energy TI? No, I got nothing left in the tank. You do look the part now. Go to sleep, Grandpa. Yeah, I am a little bit tired. Will you eat a hot dog for America today? I mean, yeah, maybe hot dogs are tied into our pastime. I'm more of a, you know, a burger guy myself. Hopefully that still qualifies. Germans were like, we made this. And then Americans were like, we made this. And now that is our pastime. That is our heritage. Greasy burgers, baby. So yes, I'm willing to. Dude, brats are like, if somebody actually debated hot dogs versus brats and thought hot dogs were better, I think that's a bannable offense in this community. Brats destroy hot dogs. It's like I said, it's like not even an opinion. That's a fact. That is a fact. Yeah, no contest. This is the easiest dub. It's like Mike Tyson versus a baby in his prime. Let me wrap it up for today. That would be unhinged thinking. That exactly. Hot dogs are as American as apple pie. I mean, true. I'm not debating hot dogs being our past. I mean, hot dogs are like, you know, mystery meat, right? They're like, hey, you're eating this meat, but what exactly, where did this come from? Or like what? You just don't even know. It's a questionable meat. And that is America's pastime. But hamburgers, they're way more delicious. So if somebody's grilling hot dogs, I'm like, is there any burgers on the grill? That's more what I'm interested in. A baby in its prime would be pretty scary. No, Mike Tyson in his prime versus a baby. You know what I meant. Based on today's moderation poll, we are banning hot dog opinions. No. You guys are losing it, man. I can't tell if I'm losing it because I'm feeling a little bit tired or you guys are losing it. One of us has already lost it. That's all I know. Chase, check this. Okay, that's actually kind of sick. Purdy, hold up. His message says, what you gonna do, brother, when Dunkamania runs wild on you? That's pretty good. That's actually legit.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Oh, Purdy, well done. Well done, sir. Dunkamania. I like that. Best hot dogs in the world are Brazilians, hands down. I don't know what a Brazilian hot dog tastes like. I feel like chat's gonna be like, I don't know. I feel like there's something questionable there. Brazilian hot dog? Is this a sexual thing? Can I get a Brazilian hot dog? Like, you want what? What? That sounds delicious. Pull some images. Do I need to go into incognito mode? Brazilian steakhouses are amazing. I mean, in the U.S., if you're going to a place that's a Brazilian steakhouse, usually expensive as fuck and delicious. Brazilian hot dog. Oh, God. Please no penises. Please no penises. Okay, no penises. What the hell is this? Mastering the art of making Brazilian hot dogs. And then this is the image it has with it. Is that corn and cheese on a hot dog? Konas, it's time to invade Brazil. I'm sorry. We've been letting them get away with too much. This is blasphemy, damn it. What the hell is that shit? Corn and... Listen, the cheese, obviously I get behind that. I'd eat that. Corn? On a hot dog? This is just a worse chili dog? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Hey, Dunk, is Bucky's brisket as good as they say? Nah, it's okay. Like, I think that most people would have it and say, I like it. But I don't... There's way better barbecue around. What makes Bucky's kind of amazing is not necessarily that it's like brisket and barbecue is unrivaled or whatever. It's more that they're convenient. You never really expect to go into a gas station and be like, oh, welcome to our gas station. Here's 700 bathrooms and some brisket and like all these other amazing things that you have access to at a gas station. That's why people love it. And it's pretty affordable. It's decently affordable. But yeah, it's not going to be the top of the line barbecue. Anybody claiming Bucky's is the top of the line barbecue is fucking crazy. But with that said, it's still good. I'm not hating. But if you guys don't know, Bucky's is like, yeah, it's exactly like Esquire said. It's a gas station that's the size of a Walmart. Holy yapping. Hey, Bucky's is worth yapping about. I love Bucky's. Does Bucky's have top of the line anything? Bathrooms. So if you're on a road trip and you ever have to use the bathroom, that Bucky's is going to be cleaner than your own home bathroom. They pay somebody to live in the bathroom, which sounds pretty disturbing, I know, to clean the bathrooms around the clock. And that is their whole life, I think. They don't even let them out of there, I don't think. But which is pretty rare because a lot of places these days, if somebody said, "Hey, go to a gas station bathroom," you're like, "Oh yeah, I've been looking to get a new disease." But no, when it comes to Bucky's, it's like top tier, man. DunkOrSlam should sleep. Yes, before we get talking about too craziest stuff. I mean, I did just see a Brazilian hot dog with corn on it. No, that's not a euphemism, which was a little disturbing. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, wasn't it Brazilian people that also put corn on pizza? Or wait, no, it's bananas, I think, on their pizza. I mean, I'm sure you can find it here too, but I mean, like, it's more classic. What's wrong with corn on pizza? I mean, I'm not going to hate on the corn on pizza as much as I hate on the corn on the hot dog. Corn on the hot dog is like, I don't know, that's too weird, man. Chili dog, that makes sense. Corn? The fuck? It's an abomination. Broccoli on pizza? I mean, I don't mind spinach on pizza. You know what I mean? Like, not because whenever you picture spinach, usually it's like that, like nasty ass, like cooked clumpy spinach. I'm talking about the spinach leaves where they just place a leaf on it. It makes it green, and you're like, good. That one green leaf is going to cancel out the other, 9,000 calories I just consumed. That's basil, dog. That's not basil. I mean, yes, there is basil is also a leaf, but basil looks different from spinach leaves. Celerity's on. Oh, true. We could tag Celerity back. Wait, is Celerity on? I don't see Celerity on. Did you lie to me, you piece of shit? You no good. No, he's not online. It probably just didn't update on your sidebar is all. You know who's on right now? Oh, God. Hold up. Listen, one of our OG community members is streaming right now, but he's playing Genshin Impact. Celerity just ended. Oh, damn it. We missed the chance. Nope. Raid and shame? Are we talking about a good old-fashioned hate raid? Line them up, baby. He's queuing up the raid. Hold up. Show some love to Casca. Listen, Casca's one of our community members. If this ends up being the VOD sent to some kind of Twitch moderation that's like, hey, let's ban this motherfucker. He said, let's hate raid. Casca is old school, man. He's been in our community. Casca followed the channel even before I was a regular streamer. He followed me back whenever I was just a part of the Speed Gamers and I streamed on my own channel once every 3 years. He is super OG status. So while yes, all of you guys will get banned, it will be a ban out of love. Also, at the very least, you guys can maybe talk him into streaming that weird anime horse girl game, because I know it won't be happening on my stream. Do not get your hopes up. I reject that game. This is a horse girl free community. It was in the contract whenever you joined. You signed that one. It was in the small text. It says, I will never play any horse girl anime related games. Is it part of the deal? Part of the deal, chat. All right, thanks for hanging out today. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, it's actually a thing now. You just have to look it up. It's fucking weird, man. It's weird. Hey, half the chat claims that they're playing it. I am not one of those people. I refuse to be. I can't wait for the next variety vote. Don't even think about it, Red Kelly. You will get the Doki Doki treatment. You know what happens. 3 years they waited. 3 years. I'll see you guys in about 14 hours. Deuces.